We must limit your store of price. Your satisfaction is priority. We set the gas. Visit the store. 114 St. Hagler Road, Kingston. 24 Caledonia Road, Bandeville. 16 Main Street, Santa Cruz, St. Elizabeth. Contact us at 876-618-2781. The time by B-Mall Auto is 1 p.m.
It's now time for Jamaica's first and #1 daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk. Call us and let us have a discussion.
All right, greetings and salutations, and welcome to another day's episode of the Sports Desk. And we should be having reports on champs. We should be having a report right now as we speak, and I understand that we may have another one at 3 o'clock. The program goes up until 4, but come tomorrow on Friday, I understand that it's all champs reports. So this is your final program basically for the week. We're getting ready to join the team on location, I understand. What are you telling us, Nick?
All right, we're not quite ready for pre yet. This is the problem here.
Or we're having some headphone issue.
So if I can get a better one for me. All right, so I hope Mount Salem is listening, because he came yesterday and he was having some challenges with the struggles based on how the Reggae Boys done against St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And I heard him earlier today as well, listeners, talking about, and we don't watch St. Vincent play football, so clearly he's going by the FIFA rankings as to how we judge St. Vincent. And he's saying that we must be able to dominate these sort of teams if we expect to qualify for the World Cup. But he said that the 98 team, or the 98 crop player, was better than these ones. So when the 1998 team, though, when they faced teams ranked below 100, so Suriname was ranked 138 in the world when we faced them in the 1998 campaign. We beat them 1-0 twice. So we never dominated Suriname. Similar to St. Vincent and Grenadines, Mount Salem. We didn't dominate them at all. They were lowly ranked and we only beat them 1-0 twice. Barbados. You remember the goal that we didn't see that Walter Ward scored in Barbados? They were ranked 121 at the time, and we only beat them 1-0. So, Mount Salem, no pressure them, because your big greatest Jamaica team of all time, when they faced teams of this low quality, they didn't beat them up 4 or 5 or 6 either. Yeah, you're Mount Salem. So just put that in a pipe and smoke it. Talk to us now, Nicholas.
Yeah, we should be having a report from Stadium. We're trying to get the link. I understand Preacher is part of the commentary team. Preacher making his debut as part of the Omega broadcast team. We will have a report. Then we'll come back to regular programming. I think we'll have another report somewhere in the afternoon again. I think somewhere between 2 and 3. Then we go up until 4 o'clock. But then come tomorrow and Friday, it's all champs coverage, which means that Sports Desk in its regular format will not be on air between or as of this afternoon until next Monday again. So that is it for what it is. I know one of the things that you all be wanting to talk about is that Jamaican game last night. Watched it. Watched the first half and watched a lot of the second half because, I was kind of otherwise engaged as well. We look a little bit better than we looked in the first game, but still not the kind of marauding dominance. Maybe we'll never be like that. But 3-0 definitely sound better than I wanted to draw. And the youth Warren Brown, one will look like we have to take a second look. Like what I saw. Look busy, look fast. So my question. We're ready for it? All right. So, all right. Yeah, make the link and then we throw to the stadium. Live coverage of the 2025 Issa Grace Kennedy Boys and Girls Champs is sponsored by Distinction College, now registering for new classes on May 3. Access to information, right to know, power to change. Quest Security, the best security. Hepburn Glass Supply, quality service is our priority. Tax Administration Jamaica, working together to serve you even better. Edge Campaigns, saving lives 1 gallon at a time. Azan Super Center, your superstore for your home and more. Western Sports, the sports people. Spectrum Insurance Brokers, setting the industry standards. Hawkeye Electronic Security Company, securing what matters most.
Caramed Group, Kirk FP Division, DPH, minimize the symptoms, maximize the relief.
Let's rejoin our team on location. All right, so we understand that preacher and crew online. Hello?
We're here at the National Stadium. 9:55 starting to build up the extended break. We are getting ready for the first time, which will be the class lunch final. The athletes are currently being presented to the fans who are in the stadium.
You're on speaker, preacher?
Could you repeat that also?
Are you on speakerphone? We're getting a terrible echo.
Okay, my apologies. I was saying that we are currently getting the introduction of the athletes for the first final of Boys and Girls Athletics Championships this year. It's a Class 2 long jump. We have a number of athletes representing some of the teams that are expected to feature. 2 athletes from Kingston College, 1 athlete from Jamaica College. I think we have 1 athlete representing Calabar. And so these athletes should be looking to score points for their team as they look to win championships this year.
What's the turnout like at this point? Hello?
Orville?
Yeah, man, I was asking, I know it's early days, but, just to get a feel of what the stadium is like with spectators.
Well, currently the fans are rolling in. Afternoon session is expected to be humdinger with the 100-meter semifinals and the finals for all classes, boys and girls. We are currently seeing a number of fans walking into the stadium. The Kingston College contingent is here, the Calabar contingent as well. Well, we are expecting to see more persons as the day goes on. We, as I said before, have the first final getting ready. We also have the Class 1 boys discuss qualifications that will be taking place. And we also have the high jump for, I think it's Class 3 high jumpers who are getting ready to go through their paces.
You said something about the 100-meter finals today, or I heard you wrong?
Yes, we have the semifinals and the finals of the 100 meters. There has been some adjustment in terms of the finals for some years now. So today we should be having those events later this afternoon.
Why did I think that the 100 meters finals was on a Friday night as opposed to a Wednesday night?
Yes, that used to be the case in the past. ISA has made some adjustments to the scheduling, and they have brought forward the 100 meters finals. I think it has also helped a lot of the athletes, bearing in mind that a number of these athletes who participate in the 100 meters also will be competing in the following day in other events, the 200 meters, and some of them in the 4x1s as well. So the change in scheduling has really been about trying to spread these events over the life of the championships and give some more time for rest and recuperation to the athletes.
Well said. I know that the 100 meters finals is something that people traditionally would love to come out and see. What time are the semifinals and finals due?
Well, we're expecting the semifinals to start at 3 p.m. Across all classes. And following the semifinals, we should be having the finals kicking off around about 5 p.m. I will give you the exact timing of those events. I'll send you an update in terms of the exact timing of those events so that you can bring our listeners up to speed.
All right, great, man. Anything else that you want to add before we run from this first report?
Well, just want to say it's a beautiful day here at the National Stadium. The stadium is looking lovely. The new colors are indeed reflective of Jamaica. And we're looking forward to having a wonderful day of athletics as the day unfolds. As I speak, we see people walking into the stadium. There are people here who have taken their vacation to be at the stadium. I have with me Miss Debbie Riley, supporting Kingston College. Would you like to say hi to Miss Orville Higgins and the listeners of Omega Radio?
Oh, yes, I would like to say hi to everybody and, of course, big up Kingston College all the time because we're going to win this year. We're 100.
Fortis got the rest. They say none protest.
One last question, Preacher. There has been a lot of talk about the new stadium track and whether or not it will be quick or fast or how the athletes will respond to it. Have you been hearing anything since the start of
feedback? The feedback so far from some of the athletes is that the new track is giving them a bounce. We can interpret that for whatever that means. Yesterday, as the day got cooler, we saw the times getting much faster. Doc Ray from Lacovia was one of the athletes expected to do well at champs this year on the girls' side. Clocked a personal best time of 11.12 seconds in her heat. So we're looking forward to see what will unfold in the semifinals and the finals of the 100 meters, and that will tell us a story about the nature of this track going forward.
All right, Preacher. Well said, boy. You sound like a natural when it comes to these things. Big up, man.
Thank you, Orville, and big up to all the listeners. Stay tuned to Omega Radio. This is the place for Garden Sports. Sensible.
There we go. All right. Preacher's taking on to this radio thing like a doctor art. Anyway, that's our first report from champs. We'll have a few more as we go along. All right, so we're ready to start the show. And the numbers are 615-2841. We know that number. 876-615-2841. You can get us as well at 676-6968. So make it, this is the last show for the week. So get your cards in, make your points, say what you want to say. And then, you know, we engage. Hello.
Orville.
Yes, sir, God.
Hold on. Did Preacher say somebody ran 11.1 to win the women's 100 meters?
I think that's what he said. Somebody from Lacovia.
So what is the record, Orville?
He said it was her personal best. I'm not sure what the record. The record would be sub 11 by what's the name of the girl, the footballer daughter again, man?
Clinton?
No, man. The baller we used to play for Jamaica. Her daughter. His daughter broke the 11-second barrier last year, I think.
It's a fast time for a heat, though, Orville.
Well, somebody will text me today.
Wow. Interesting.
Garfield Reed's daughter. What's our first?
Okay, Alana Reed.
Alana Reed. Yeah, I think Alana Reed went either sub 11 or I think sub 11 last year. I'm prepared to bet on it.
Okay.
Right.
All right, we keep our eye on the track and so on go on as it moves along. By the way, has it been certified?
I doubt it.
Okay.
From what I understand.
So if anybody run out of youth record, it wouldn't count to nothing then.
I don't know.
Oh.
I'm not sure.
Okay. Zidane.
Yes, sir, Garvin.
Well, go on.
I'm here.
Hey, Zidane.
Yes.
Let me say, right? Let me congratulate Bull, CC, and Southie. Tell them so them win the argument, Harvey.
Which one?
Them teach me something yesterday. I never know if Instagram followers is the way you find out who is the most popular person. I never know that.
It's one index.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
But that alone me them bring forward still.
I don't know that it tells the whole story, but it's one index, one indication that you can do.
Okay. So based on Instagram followers, then you could say both Leon Bailey and Mohamed Salah far more popular than Sharika Jackson, right?
No, well, remember, Southie explicitly said that he's not saying that's the only way you determine it. So
but when Orville asked CC said, where am I working? Which numbers am I working? Him allude to bull numbers, which is the Instagram followers.
No, CC was being sarcastic.
Okay, but what else am I allude?
No, but to work with Southie, man. Southie made the intelligent call and was serious about the discussion. So I'm saying
Southie. So you may say no, Orville.
Yes.
You see if them are going to use Instagram followers to say who is more popular, Orville.
Well, I just told you that's Southie explicitly.
Hold on.
No, man, but never defend Southie here.
Hold on. Whatever percentage them are going to put to that, Orville.
Okay,
you with them have to go concede to me then, Orville. them have to concede to Mr. Mohamed Salah is also far more popular than Usain Bolt.
Same thing. But he has
Because
more.
Usain Bolt has a little bit under 15 million followers, and Salah have over 60 million.
Yeah.
So we can say
But
Salah far more popular.
but you're saying that as if you're
Hold it. Come in, please.
Yeah.
Clear your barrels and personal shipments with ease and convenience. Request a customs contactless clearance today through CCP at jca.gov.jm. The time by the Jamaica Customs Agency is
1:15.
The Jamaica Anti-Doping Commission JADCO needs your help to eliminate doping and keep sport clean. If you have concerns about any doping activity, you can share the information with JADCO anonymously. The information you share will be treated with the highest level of confidentiality. Make the right call if you see something, say something. Protect clean sport. Protect our legacy. To report doping activity, call 888-429-5232. Or visit the JADCO website at jadco.gov.jm. A message from the Jamaica Anti-Doping Commission.
Give a little, a lick something. US $1 JD 150 every time you receive a remittance from Lasco Money Transfer to sponsor a social project selected by the Jamaica Social Stock Exchange. Say, I want to donate $1 to the cashier. Donations accepted at these locations: 38.5 Red Hills Road, Kingston 10, 15 Chandos Place, Poppin Square, Kingston 10, and Shop 203 Bayway Shopping Center, 3 St. James Street, Montego Bay.
You're listening to Omega Radio, broadcasting live. Omega Radio, Omega Radio, Omega.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and #1 daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
all right. Garth, you're still there?
I'm here, bro.
Yes, you make the point and you laugh, but you know that football, the sport of football worldwide, is far more viewed, by far more than 100 meters.
May I ask you if you feel that Usain Bolt is less popular than Mohammed, less known in the world?
At this point,
that's what I'm talking. People that know them.
At this point in time, I think. Well, at this point in time, I think Mohamed Salah is more known than Usain Bolt.
What do you think, Orville?
I don't agree.
By the way, why we on the topic of Instagram followers? Let me
but here's the distinction I want.
Go on.
Here's the distinction I want to make. Mm-hmm. I was asking yesterday, depends on which metric you want to use.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying if you're working with a metric of who is more talked about and more followed day by day, week by week, who more people are calling their name, trying to Google them and that kind of thing, I think Mohamed Salah would have that on board.
Right. But how much of that has to do with the fact that he plays for a club and a lot of that following comes from the people?
Fine, but I'm saying that there's another metric that you could add to the mix as well.
Right.
When Bolt goes to the Olympics or to the World Championships during
everybody in the world knows him.
I don't know that Salah would have ever had that amount of people focused on him.
Ever.
So it comes down to which metric of popularity you're working.
Garvey, have you ever checked the views for the? Don't say the Olympics, because the 100 meters is not the Olympics. The Olympics consist of football, basketball, swimming, tennis. So don't say the Olympics. We're talking about Bolt, who is a sprinter. So if you view the sprint event, so when Bolt is running the 100 meters, what is the view like as opposed to, for example, the World Cup game that Salah played when he played for Egypt in the World Cup? I'm sure more people worldwide viewed that game when Egypt played in the World Cup, those World Cup games.
All right, me get to that. Me kill that point there. But before we get to that, while we're on the point of we call it Instagram followers. Can I put that aside now? Do you know the name of the Indian Prime Minister, Zidane?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
No.
What about you, Orville?
No.
But him have 79 million Instagram followers. So him far more popular than Bolt. I go on around there. CC and Bolt, come explain that to me. So may I put that aside. Next thing. All right. Bull bring up some little points yesterday. Never shoot them down real fast. Even though I'm not too like adjust Bull, I'm not ready for this. First one, he spoke about the final that Sharika running and how many people watched it, right, Orville? Is Bull forgetting that in just one single Olympic appearance, Sharika probably run a dozen races?
A dozen races in one Olympics?
In one Olympics, or close to it. Probably 10 races. Not, then cut it down now to 3 rounds.
Yeah.
So she would run 3 rounds in the 100, 3 rounds in the 200, plus her participation in the relays.
Yeah.
It's not one time she come out, they come run bull for people see her.
Yeah, but I don't know. Again, the question will be asked, how many people actually, because I think, for the finals, I think that you're going to have a great global follow.
Right.
But
how
many
much
people
Japan
turn
you
out
think
for the
it is for the semi-finals for real, Orville? Seriously.
I don't know what the numbers are.
Right. But I'm saying, Orville, it must be in the mill. If you say 6.9 watch the final, you don't think a few million watch the semis as well?
Let me tell you what I think, Garvey, and I don't have the number.
It is obvious.
But mankind has always been fascinated by 2 things in sports.
Right.
The heavyweight champion of the world and the fastest one in the world.
It's the 2 biggest crowns in sports.
I believe that I'm not even going to transfer to the fastest woman in the world.
Yeah.
But I believe that the fastest man in the world, especially somebody who has the personality that Bolt has, and who is as much as a showman as Bolt do, would, during the time when he's executing his event at the biggest stage, be more watched and more followed than most other sportsmen that exist.
Yeah, and Orville, it's how great you were. Michael Jordan has been retired for 25 years, but they just did a poll recently among active players, and 60-something% of them said he was the best player of all time.
Garvey, let me just go back to the Olympics, because I don't want to use in the Olympics, because Olympics is big and it's massive. But the reason why it's massive in terms of viewership is because it's about a multitude of sports, and like, for example, some countries are interested in football, but they're interested in table tennis, for example, and it's massive. You get massive views. But when you look at the sprint events versus football, the World Cup games give you bigger views than the 100 meters.
No, man, it depends on which World Cup games are. It depends on which World Cup games.
But listen to what I said. I was clear, I mean, not about the final, like we can't compare the World Cup final to any event.
But Mohamed Salah not playing, I know. Do you realize
I'm giving you some facts. I'm giving you some. Let's listen and learn, my boss. I'm not give a tap on my head, Is that a tap on the head? I'm saying to you, the fact is, World Cup games get more viewership than the 100 meters at the World Championship and the Olympics. And also, the Champions League gets a greater viewership than the 100 meters. So, Mohamed Salah is a star in both at
No, it does not. It does not.
Anyways.
It does not. And the next thing I want you to understand, Bull, is this, right? Is this, Orville, right? The amount of accord seasons that Sherika Jackson has in England now, running on the Diamond League. I hear him say, Sherika don't run in every event. But listen to what I'm saying, Orville. Based on the fact that she's been on the Diamond League for more than 10 years. Remember, I said Sherika Jackson win Olympic medals from 2016. When did she win the 400 bands, Orville?
I can't remember.
That was way down. That was 2016, right?
Yeah.
When she was a youngster. She's been on the European circuit now, Orville, for 10 years.
But Garvey, you're overestimating the viewership
I'm reading,
at these events.
I'm reading something here now. So
let me finish my point. So I'm saying to you, when you bring up Sherika Jackson winning the bronze, you're comparing winning a bronze medal to Mohamed Salah playing in the Champions League?
No, but she was also on a relay winning team.
Yeah, but you're comparing that to the Champions League.
So she started to be, no, that was not her greatest. No, Zidane, don't go there.
But I'm saying Salah has been playing.
No, I'm saying she was that opened the gateway for her to be on the European circuit. So even though Leon Bailey is now on the European circuit.
No, I'm not addressing Leon Bailey, Sherika, and I'm addressing that is foolishness. I'm addressing Salah.
No, man, when it comes to Olympic fame, where you get Sherika is far more known than Mohamed Salah, brother. You know what? This is and the next thing to Orville. Hold on. I hear our next thing where Orville has been trying to drill home to you people who want to understand. You see the cross-gender appeal of track and field, soccer will never have it, Orville.
I know.
No, but the women event by itself not carrying.
And there are far more females in the world than men.
No,
so when you bring in the female crowd, it's going to be more.
I want to read something. Somebody just sent this to me, so I'm not vouching for its authenticity, but if the source is reliable. The 2008 Beijing Olympic Games, including the men's 100 meters final won by Usain Bolt, attracted the largest global TV audience ever, with 4.7 billion viewers tuning in. Hold on, remember, Mr. Me can vouch for it, you know.
Yes.
The 2008 Beijing Olympic Games, including the men's 100 meters final, won by Usain Bolt, attracted the largest global TV audience ever, with 4.7 billion viewers tuning in and an average daily audience of 27 million people in the US. Here's a more detailed breakdown. Global viewership, the 2008 Beijing Olympics attracted a record 4.7 billion global viewers, or 70% of the world's population.
But Orville, everybody knows that the Olympics has more audience than the World Cup. I don't think that's an argument.
According to FIFA, so the person also sends up on FIFA.
Yeah.
And again, me can't vouch for it. Yeah. But if they lie, the person I tell, then I lie. But him send me the quotes. According to FIFA, the 2022 World Cup final between Argentina and France reached an average live audience of 571 million viewers across the globe, with more than 1.4 billion people watching. At least
1 point something billion, I would figure. Yeah.
At least 1 minute of the 120-minute thriller live.
Agreed.
If we go by these numbers, you can farm your own.
Yeah, but
Orville, the Olympics is always more audience than the World Cup. And it's just one sport that the World Cup did.
Garvey, give me a chance. All these that was read a while ago, Pioneer in the past came with those, and we destroyed those arguments for LeBron James.
We say Instagram, yeah, work.
No, I'm saying we here at KLS Sports Radio, Pioneer came with all those information about the Olympics and we viewed, and we destroyed all of that when the LeBron.
Yeah, Instagram, yeah, working.
No, I'm not working on Instagram.
We don't win the argument. Instagram from now on.
No, man, the man never say Instagram alone, my boss. But big up
Indian Prime Minister Virat Kohli and Mohammed Salah are far more popular than Usain Bolt. And them all Virat Kohli have 270 million followers. So in 20 times more popular than Usain Bolt. I agree with them.
All right,
leave it here, Garvey.
Yeah.
Again, let me just mention, it depends what metric are we using. Because day by day, LeBron James is the basketballers, the high-profile basketballers will be more followed day by day than the track people. Week in, week out, they are going to be more followed, more Googled, more, people invest in what them doing. And that is one index of popularity. If that is what we are using, then the high-profile basketballers, for sure, especially the people coming out of the U.S. market. But if somebody else decides to use another metric of peak popularity, granted it's for selected windows of time, then the high-profile track people like Bolt would also have a compellingly good argument. Anyway, make we go back online. Hello. Bull. What's up?
Yeah. Is anybody at any point in time say we're using only Instagram following?
Yeah, the Garvey was being very dishonest a while.
Okay, I would say that is an indication.
Yes, it's part of it.
Yeah, and didn't I say why when Bolt and them have all of this viewership eyes on them, nobody is following them on Instagram, meaning care to follow their life.
Yeah, man. The reality of the situation and the fact of the matter is sprinting is not that popular worldwide.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, Orville, you mentioned something about the Olympics, but I want you to take into consideration the Olympics has a multitude of sports.
Yeah, man. I agree.
Represented by millions of, not millions, hundreds or maybe hundreds of different nations.
Yeah, man.
So when a man here say, a man from Botswana, I do look at rowing. The Botswana going.
The Magatuni.
Yeah. What was the name of the Indian guy which Indian guy broke a road or Pakistan? Which one of them? At an Olympics, and it was a big thing in Asia. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So when you look at that, remember we're talking about the 100-meter finals,
which happened to be the most popular.
Yes, it's the most popular.
At the
so when I quote what BBC is saying about their viewership, that is 6.9 million persons watch the Olympics final. So they didn't take was it Olympics last year or championship?
All right, here's the other thing. Here's the other thing I want to add.
No. Don't blow past my argument.
No, I'm not blowing past it because
I the argument and I want a response to that argument.
All right, what's the argument?
So you weren't listening there.
No, you're telling me about the BBC, but I want to add something as well before you ask. Personally, I believe Usain Bolt. I believe Usain Bolt's the window of popularity is far more narrow. But I believe that the world wants to know who is the fastest man at any given point.
And then what?
So even if they don't watch the event,
and then what?
And then they go back to watching some other sports because Bolt will not compete at that level for 4 more years again, or 2 more years to the World Championship again. So I believe for that week when Bolt was Bolt, for that week in Beijing or that week in Berlin or that week in London.
So it then in some countries that don't care about track and field that much, it becomes a question.
No, I believe that the title of the world's.
We know the name.
I'm saying I know. the title of the wanting to know who is the world's fastest human being. Even if you don't watch the event directly.
So you become something you hear about, not something.
The name and the accomplishment, I think, will stick in people's heads more
than somebody you're seeing every day.
No, man, me I thought during his high of people talking about it.
That's the argument. That little part of the argument.
But
you want to know if someone is really popular.
Hold it on. We're coming back after.
The national budget is everybody's business because it impacts every Jamaican. The time brought to you by the Ministry of Finance and the Public Service is
1:30.
It's now time for Sports in a Minute, sponsored by Edgechem, Western Sports, Megamart, Spectrum Insurance Brokers, D'Angelo Auto Spears and Accessories Limited, and Fosrich.
Manchester City and Chelsea could earn up to 97 million in prize money from this year's Club World Cup. All the prize funds shared between the 32 teams based on different factors will be £775 million, with £407 million divided between all participating clubs and £368 million awarded on performance-related basis. By comparison, last season prize money in the Premier League ranged from £175 million for winners Manchester City and 109 earned by bottom place Sheffield United. And that's your Sports in a Minute.
Sports in a Minute was sponsored by Edgechem, changing lives 1 gallon at a time. Western Sports, the sports people. Megamart, best value by far. Spectrum Insurance Brokers, setting the industry standard. D'Angelo Auto Spears and Accessories Limited at 20 Balmoral Avenue, Kingston 10, and shop number 10, 1A Chapelton Road. Call 876-929-9146. And Fosrich.
Listen up, Jamaica. At Fosrich, everybody's getting a solar water heater. $20,000 deposit. 6 months to pay. What a deal. Fosrich financing.
Residents of Manchester, the Jamaica Customs Agency will be in your parish on Friday, March 28, 2025 from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. for Customs Meets the Community. The Town of the Community Tour edition will kickstart this exciting tour in Christiana at 10 a.m. Then navigate into the parish capital, Mandeville, for the grand finale at 2:30 p.m. Get information on all things customs, contactless clearance, the Customs mobile app, incentives for farmers and manufacturers, and so much more. That's Customs Meets the Community, the Town and Community Tour edition in Manchester this Friday, March 28 from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Jamaica Customs, reaching our customers where they are.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, Bolo, back with you.
Bolo, you there?
Yeah, man, I'm here.
All right, I have some information here. Hold on, Bolo, because the 100 meters is actually the most popular track event at the Olympics.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not the most popular event at the Olympics. And that's the point.
At the Olympics is probably football or swimming.
There you go. So that's the point I was trying to make to Gavin earlier. Don't come and tell us about the Olympic numbers. Exactly. That is not intelligent discussion.
It's not bright.
Let me finish my point.
Football at the Olympics is more popular than the 100.
Let me finish my point now. So when you say the Olympics had 4 billion viewers, you're trying to muddy the water, Garvey, by trying to let people believe that 4 billion people watch you saying but when he was running. No, Garvey, that's not it.
And he's not smart enough to pull that off.
Yes. And
especially when he's coming up against persons like me. With sense, the first thing I said is the Olympics are multi-sport event where a lot of different persons from all over the world go. A lot of persons from all over the world watch. Also, the Olympics is free to hear from majority of the world.
So there's one report suggesting that 20 million people watch the Olympic finals that you're saying about running.
20
Boss,
million.
That's the final now, the big batch bank for sprinting Olympics. Brother, 500 million people watch the World Cup final. Track and sprinting worldwide cannot be compared to football.
Cannot.
And,
And
so
this is-
sprinters are going to struggle to compare to footballers, superstar footballers, in terms of their popularity and fame.
All right, here's the point I want to make now.
Yes.
I don't believe that watching is the only indice of whether you know or following. I believe that Usain Bolt's name.
That's where the Instagram comes in.
No, and I don't think
That's
Instagram
that's
provides.
following. That's
You
what
all right?
follow.
You
That's
be,
why social media
then
comes in.
you believe only
That's
20
why
million.
Cristiano Ronaldo crashes YouTube.
Hold on a big man. You believe?
But I'm giving you real numbers.
No,
and
you're
real
not giving.
index, and
No,
you're
because
blowing
none
over
of us know what the real numbers are. That's the point I'm making. I don't
Why do you
believe
think
it's only
Cristiano
20 million
Ronaldo- why
people in the
do you
world
think
know about
Cristiano-
goal.
Why do you think Cristiano Ronaldo was unable to have a YouTube page?
You're
Because they
saying,
can't pay him.
you're saying something mean and saying. Listen what me I say.
No, I'm saying this to you because he's so popular. Cristiano Ronaldo.
But I'm not
is probably
arguing
the most-
popularity. I'm saying read the
You're
Olympics.
arguing then.
Listen to what I'm arguing before you take it on. I'm saying the man who is the fastest human being on the planet. Let's say you did not watch that 100 meters final. Do you have an interest in knowing who the fastest man on the planet is, as opposed to knowing who the best basketballer in the world is? And I'm saying, and I do have no numbers. And I believe that for that window, when Bolt is in his Aki, that week at the Olympics,
That's 20 million people.
I don't believe that is only 20 million people interested in who are the fastest man in the world.
You can't.
I believe. Let me make the point, and then you can take it on. I believe more people in the world are more consumed, are more interested in who is the fastest man on the planet, than they are about most other individual top sports personality. That's all I'm saying. So they may not watch it live, but is his name going to be discussed? There are some indices that won't show up on any graph.
Yeah, well, is it, all right.
You're talking a sport versus another sport. I'm talking about a man versus another man.
Hold on. I'm talking about popularity. The reason why football is the most popular sport in the world is because more persons are interested in football.
Far more. Add the word far.
Far more interested in football. The reason why Bolt is not going to be as popular as any superstar in football is because football is so popular, they are interested in men and women who do it.
So you're telling me that the week of the Olympic final, when Bolt now broke the record and is the fastest human being ever lived, that for that week, all the popular footballers in the world is more talked about than him? Me not believe that. And you can bramble me as you like, but I don't believe that the week of the Olympics, that week when Usain Bolt turned back way and broke the world record, and the world now knows
when 20 million people.
I don't believe that it is only 20 million people invested in one to know who that is.
Bull,
good sir.
The irony in this, you say all these arguments you're hearing from Mr. Higgins, Pioneer brought them to the radio. Both myself and Mr. Higgins, we destroyed it.
I agree that LeBron James, week to week, is faster now. Is more popular.
I don't think the discussions about any peak era, though. The discussion about who is more popular.
How did these come in both?
It depends on what.
The argument is not about any peak era. It's about who is more popular.
I believe that LeBron James, week in, week out, is more popular than both.
When the Italian won the world, the championship, you're going to tell us that man is more popular than Cristiano Ronaldo at that point in time?
When the Italian won what? The 100 meters?
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe that.
You're the same person who did not know that 100 meters.
I don't believe. I don't believe that the 100 meters champion necessarily is more popular for that time than Cristiano Ronaldo. I think Bolt makes a difference because of his own impact on the sport. You know, can smirk and laugh all in the life. I think Bolt at selected times in his career.
I'm trying to understand how you.
Oh, you don't understand.
You're getting numbers. I don't believe in the numbers. You're getting this.
No. I never said I don't believe the numbers. I'm saying I don't think the numbers tell the whole story.
Nothing will tell you the whole story, but you can use majority.
The numbers better than us talking. Yeah.
And this is why you see pressure. You see you just talk off your head. Are you doing that just now?
Am I talking off my head when I say the world's fastest man?
These numbers just told you that 20 million persons.
Tell me what the numbers say about this fact, or is it a
final 20 million persons?
Tell me what the numbers say. Tell me what the numbers say about this statement. The world's fastest man has generally been created more interest in the world at large than who is the world's best.
Yeah, but what would you use to measure that though, Bull? That's the point.
I don't know how you measure that.
Yeah, and that's the point CC is making. You talk off the top of your head.
No.
There's no measurement for that.
Let me tell you something.
I don't know who they prefer in India at the time.
I've
never been to India.
Zidane, I was just in Champs. I don't know what the guy is. Same have some friends from Ghana. And the man said when the sprinting are going, that is for them time to take a break.
You have some country not interested. Same like how you have some sport. You have different cultures, different places in the world where they see something as massive and we don't look at it.
Just like when you really hear that swimming is so big in there.
For example, look at cricket. Let me give you a practical example. We no longer love cricket. You have heard the discussion on the program. We're not passionate anymore about cricket. But in India, it has grown. They are obsessed with cricket in India. Cool. So the Indians may not be fancy what is going on, but if cricket now is going to the Olympics, they're going to build up the numbers for the cricket being watched at the Olympics.
All right.
Exactly.
Bull, you say your thing. You say your thing. We have.
First, second, to address something a joke thing that Garvey said on the radio. Garvey is bring up two Indians about popularity.
The politician.
Politicians and Virat Kohli. If you look at when you're doing this thing, you have to look at the demography of the people and that follows them. The majority are Indians. There are lots of Indians in the world, boss.
All right.
So that is why they have so much.
Yeah, you get the extras.
I'm gonna leave it there, Bull. You say your piece, me say my piece. We all said our piece, and the thing, people out there are gonna agree with it, no? People out there are gonna agree with it. Like we keep it that way. See? Right. Cool. We go back online. Hello. Hello. Yeah.
You hear me?
Yeah, man. Who this?
I hear myself go echo.
Oh, Rooney.
Yeah, man, I Rooney this one.
All right. Then talk a little more lively, brother.
Yeah, you listen to the first part of the program, Rooney?
No, we never get to hear it.
Yeah, man, I was trying. Yeah, man, let me just quickly say, because you were texting me last night. When we played in 1998, the big bad 98 team, they played a few minutes that were lowly ranked, and they scraped 1-0 against Suriname twice, and 1-0 against Barbados in Barbados. Yeah. So that big team scrape against Minas as well.
Yeah.
Good, sir.
But you say at them bets, right?
Do you think no? No, man, because they're not pressure. No, because you were because you were pressuring the team last night. I was just pointing out to you that the big bad 98 team had their days against Minas when them struggle.
But I think yesterday you said this team would beat the 98 team, right?
No, when I said this team, I'm not talking about the 22 players that they called the other day. I'm talking about the pool that we have available.
No, you're talking about the pool.
Yeah, man.
You believe they would beat.
Yeah, man.
You're talking about which players, which team you would have put together to beat the 98 team.
We could have bring up a team and we could have compete with them and nip them.
So you know what me want you do for me now, Zidane?
Yes.
Me want you go put together that team where I got beat the 98 team.
Yeah, man, but the 98
anybody want.
Remember 98 had players like Dean Burton and Shorty Malcolm who can't really play football in my boss.
No. And Chris in that 98 team.
Who?
You understand?
Who?
Anand Low and Walter.
Who you said in that 98 team?
Fuller. Me almost sure.
No, Ricardo Fuller was not a part.
Me almost sure me say Fuller.
Ricardo Fuller was not a part.
All right, cool. See, I'm Nandi Low and Walter Boyd.
Yeah.
And you have Shorty Malcolm.
No, but Shorty Malcolm are regular footballer.
Just that. That's
Chris Dawes a regular footballer. Burton a regular footballer.
We're not just go. Yeah, fine, not a problem. Just go get the team. Or you present a team there, we're going to beat the 98 team today.
All right. With this current latest pool. All right.
It's when they do it, then we can have a conversation.
All right. We're going to bring up the team and show you next week Monday. All right. Good, sir. We can break it down.
Not a problem.
No problem.
You understand? Yeah, we can break it down and we say, yo, that one there. Because me hear you say something yesterday, and I can't believe it. And Michael Antonio. I don't know Michael Antonio better than. You understand?
You don't think Michael Antonio better than Dean Burton?
What?
Then Dean Burton was a big player on your 98 team, really?
Yeah. No, but all right, no, but you say, you understand me, cool. So I say, just go pick your team and
all right, pick your team.
Yeah, because I really watch them, because I make sure I watch them last night, you understand me?
All right, so
you
throw down the gun. Research will be done.
Yeah, me just want to hear him team. Yeah, want to hear him team and we can go start out what it is.
Yeah.
So this popularity thing.
All right, hold the line. We'll take a break. We'll come in.
Yeah.
Visit Hepburn Glass Supplies Limited at 13 Chisholm Avenue, Kingston 13. With over 10 years experience, we provide customized aluminum windows and doors. We are distributors of float and laminated glass and mirrors. We pride ourselves on precise and accurate cuttings with same-day experience. Call or WhatsApp 876-908-0962 or 876-773-4799. Quality service is our priority.
The 2025 is Grace Kennedy Boys and Girls. Champs will be as exciting as always with the top boys and girls. Schools challenging for high school track and field supremacy. Join Omega Sports for high-class analysis and commentary as we put you right in the middle of the action from wherever you tune in. Live coverage of the 2025 is Grace Kennedy Boys and Girls Champs is sponsored by Distinction College. Now registering for new classes on May 3rd. Access to information, right to know, power to change. Quest Security, the best security. Hepburn Glass Supplies. Quality service is our priority. Tax Admin Jamaica, working together to serve you even better. Edge campaigns, changing lives, 1 gallon at a time. Hawkeye Electronic Security Company, electronic security, securing what matters. Azan Supercenter, the superstore for your home and more. Western Sports, the sports people.
Caramed Group, Kirk FP Division, DPH, minimize the symptoms, maximize the relief.
And Spectrum Insurance Brokers, setting the industry standard.
The following is brought to you by the Office of the Prime Minister.
Since the month of January 2025, the Spanish Town Depot has started 5 new routes in Clarendon.
The new JUTC route is a game changer. It's affordable, comfortable, and so convenient. I can get to and from work, no hassle.
The government are look out for it.
We're grateful here at Chapelton for JUTC to extend their service to us, where our students can come to school and go home safely in nice, clean, comfortable environments.
I am grateful for the JUTC bus because it is safe and it is even safe for the students to travel.
You're listening to Omega Radio, broadcasting live. Omega Radio, Omega Radio, Omega.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
Yeah, well, welcome back. Back with you, Rooney. Rooney?
We lost him there?
Yeah, you hear me?
Yes, Rooney.
No, I'm with it. Yeah, hear me now.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead, man.
What may I say is Leon Bailey, Sherika Jackson. I still believe Sherika Jackson is more popular than Leon Bailey. And this is why I say it.
Where?
More people.
Where?
Eh?
Where?
Worldwide.
Oh.
Worldwide. Not just in Jamaica, worldwide.
Okay.
You understand me? And why I say that is more people want to know who is the 100-meter sprint champion, 200-meter sprint champion, than who want to know about Aston Villa, the football club.
And you said that based on what? So give me an example there. The people in Australia generally.
Right.
Hold on, man. Because remember,
people in Australia
generally
don't want to know about. Yeah.
No, hold on, Rooney. Because remember, we are Jamaicans.
Yeah, man,
so we're a big sprint nation.
We are Jamaican.
We're a big sprint nation, right?
Yes, we are.
So that's why I'm saying be careful of the worldwide.
Yes,
we are a big sprint nation. So you might have an argument here.
Yeah, listen.
But I'm saying to you, you have a lot of countries in the world who are not big on sprinting, especially from the women's side. So be careful, my boss. But go on.
Yes, I was careful when I was saying.
So be careful of the worldwide.
Australia.
Minute.
Australia love football, right? Zidane.
They love cricket. They love cricket more.
You hear me?
Yeah, man, we are hearing.
No, me I say them love football, right? Them love football, right?
No, man, forget
them
about
love track and field.
I want to ask you a question.
Sprinting.
Who you think them interested in more in Australia?
I'm saying Aston Villa, the football club. Not a lot of people will watch Aston Villa, the football club.
No, but
more people will watch track and field, sprint, who is the 100-meter champion, who is the 200-meter champion, than who will watch
you have nothing.
Aston Villa,
that is
the football club.
I'm not going to argue against your assumption because you're not coming up to back it up.
I have no number to back it up. But yes, I tell you, based on how we go about things, even here,
No, that's because
How much people here
that's why I'm saying
will
to,
watch Aston Villa?
no, but I'm saying to you,
Club
we are a sprinting nation. Be
compared
careful.
to how much will watch the 100 meter, the 200 meter.
But hold on, Bull.
World event.
Not Bull.
No, this is Rooney.
That I'm saying to you, though, we are a sprinting nation. So in Jamaica, you have an argument.
Yes.
But I'm saying you don't know
but we're a football nation too.
No,
how much people here watch Aston Villa play?
But a lot of people love football and love sprinting in Jamaica. So that's debatable.
And I'm saying, yes,
so
we love football. We love football, but me don't watch Aston Villa play.
But give me a chance to develop the point. No, I don't care about
if Aston Villa.
No, but Rooney,
certain people, if them don't, if yeah.
Rooney, what you love to watch is irrelevant in discussion. You're talking about people worldwide on a general basis. I'm saying to you,
I'm saying to you, people worldwide would watch the 100 meter, the woman,
I'm saying,
the 200 meter, the woman, to know who is the champion, then who would watch.
All right, how do
Aston
you
Villa
know?
play?
But is that Aston Villa alone? Leon Bailey play with my boss. He play against Man City and Arsenal.
Who else he play for?
No, he plays against big teams. He scores against big teams. He scored against Man City, Arsenal. Hold on, Rooney, man.
Hold on,
Rooney, man.
All I'm saying is,
Rooney, you're not give me a chance to say
wait, no, man, because you make your point. You know, make my point. You have 4 hours for the bunk.
No, but I don't want to talk to you about you.
Because none of we have the numbers.
No, but Rooney, I don't want.
None of we have the numbers.
No, but
I'm saying, for the top of our head.
Rooney, I'm
not. And all me I say is,
but I'm not giving
Aston Villa versus.
Rooney, I'm not giving anything.
Aston Villa versus Club Brugge.
No, Rooney.
How much people ever want see that?
Rooney,
can
I say something now? I'm not making any point. You know what I'm trying to tell you is that I'm saying you have put forward a point, and I'm saying you have nothing to back it up. I'm not put forward any point. So I'm saying you are not. You don't.
So you're not putting it. Yeah, so the point where me can say Sherika Jackson might be more famous than Leon Bailey worldwide.
You're just saying that
is my point, and this is the reason why I'm saying what I'm saying.
You're saying that more people in the world are interested in Sherika Jackson than Leon Bailey playing for Aston Villa. And I'm saying, how do you know what the Australians prefer?
People are interested. Anyways. No. More people is interested in who is the female 100-meter winner, the 200-meter winner, than who is interested in Aston Villa, the football club.
But because
we keep repeating, you clearly won't agree with each other, so we have to leave it at that.
I'm not even disagreeing. I'm just saying, we get him. What? He might use what?
All right, leave it there. So we could see if we can squeeze in some more. How we stay there, Cat? 615-2841. We go back? Yeah, we do. Hello.
Is it a damn Mount Salem here?
How are you doing?
Yeah. Zidane, you know, say Rooney framed me panda one day. Zidane, before me go to the 98 but me have to agree with you first before we go to the 98 and the current team. You know, Zidane, one index of the thing where we need to look at. You look at America, for example. You know that America is not no big footballing nation, but Americans have some specific station where they discuss specific football in terms of ESPN and you know, maybe a couple other channels.
Yes.
I said that to say this. The countries that have other sports outside of football as their main sports. The other sport where most of them discuss is football, you know.
Yeah, man, it's easier for you to click on a cable channel from a station across the world and say a football discussion about the Premier League, the Champions League, whatever, than any Olympic. That doesn't happen, you know.
So, for example, India, cricket would be Indian main discuss sport.
Yes.
But outside of the same cricket, if you go to another sport, most likely it's gonna be football. Because people crazy about football. People crazy about football in Zidane.
Yeah,
it's
man,
like because I don't think maybe because we don't have that the culture there. Maybe that's why we don't really realize.
Yeah.
People crazy about football. And people live and talk football every day. You know.
Yeah, man.
And you cannot talk football without talking about the players. You know.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think.
So the point that Rooney was making a while ago, I understand it, but it would have to go country by country because you would have some country. For example, he said he doesn't watch Aston Villa, but I do. So I don't know why I'm giving himself as an example, as if that means nothing because I watch it.
And then some other countries might.
Yeah. So if you love football like Zidane and your country is like that with more people who love football and track, they might very well likely to be watching Aston Villa versus Man City than they're watching the Diamond League.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, and that even some of the other countries that don't have football as their main sport, the other sport that most likely them going follow is football. Even African, I watch the people in Africa and all of that a lot of time in channels, and people live and breed football in them country there.
No, but football may not. While football is the most popular sport around the globe, football is not necessarily the second most popular sport in every country or the first.
No,
that's not what he said.
True. Well, true.
No.
I'm
you
not
are
talking
saying,
in absolute, no, them side.
right. So I'm saying in India, for example, they may be talking cricket, but the second sport they may be talking may still not be football.
But I think the point you're making is that football might generally be ahead of sprinting. So even football is not second in India, third or fourth, even if it is sixth, sprinting might be 10th in terms of their discussion. I think that's the point you're making. I understand.
Right. So people will tend to be more discussing the football in a them country there where football is not their main sport.
All right. How much of a discussion you think there is on who is the fastest man in the world of all time across this global discussion?
No, I think he's addressing the Sherika Jackson Leon Bale and not.
Are the popularity about people make me
but I'm asking you a separate question.
Right.
I'm asking you, while I understand all the parameters you went through, and to a large extent I agree with you, I'm asking how much discussion or do you think it generates?
Well,
when
I
somebody
think that,
goes to the Olympics and break the world record.
As you said about the peak,
yeah.
I would give you the peak in terms of that 1 week where you talk about with Miss Higgins.
I'm not just talking about
but after them know and thing, I don't think it's like a big deal to them again.
I agree
after
with
them
you.
Know who's the fastest
I agree, and that is why I'm
I would
telling
give you. I'm a fair person. I would give you the peak in Miss
Hold
Higgins.
on, and I'm not just talking about an Olympic winner. I'm talking about an Olympic record holder. We broke the world record. I am saying I wouldn't use that necessarily as my greatest indice of popularity because if you're big for a week, or if you talked about for a week, doesn't make you more popular than a man who we talk about every week up until then. It's
right, because as I said before,
it's like a man go a sting and mash up Sting. When he come off of the Sting stage, him is probably the most talked about artist in Jamaica for that week after Stinging. But that doesn't make him generally more popular than Beanie and Bunty or whoever.
That is why I think it's silly to think Mo Salah.
No, I don't want to go into that. I just want to add that dynamics so we understand that they are two different dynamics. But like I said, you say one thing, me I say one thing. It sounds decent on the radio. This is Almo.
Yeah, the last thing, Zidane, I second. Well, not only second, but I agree with Rooney. By Monday, I want both of us, Zidane, to come up with. I'm going to give you from Leon Bailey start playing for Jamaica. So you can pick as far back as that. From Leon Bailey start playing for Jamaica until now.
And when you start, 2017?
Whenever time Leon Bailey starts.
So which period is your team going to be selected from? Because you can't trick
the 98 campaign.
No, but how you
after 98? Well,
no.
The 98 campaign.
Nice try. Give me
tell me which period you want.
No.
You give me a period. You give me a period.
It's because me operate at a higher level.
I want you to give me a period, Zidane. Just give me a period.
I'm saying you have the benefit of picking any period, but I just want you to give yourself a number like how you give me a number. So I'm saying you choose. Because me can't lose.
The reason why I say a number for that Zidane is
no man, I don't have a problem. I never have a problem with the number, the time frame that you gave me. And I'm saying just give yourself a time frame as well. So your team will come from this period, and Zidane.
All right, my period will come from 96 to 2000.
All right, fine. And
96 to 2000.
All right, cool, no problem.
And yours are from Leon Bailey started.
I think Leon Bailey started 2017 till now. So fair.
Yeah, because one thing we can give you though, Mr. Matthews.
Yeah.
You talk about we lead Suriname 1-0. We never, well, I'm not going to say never, but this team look more ordinary in more games than the 98
but
team.
I'm just pointing out to you that if the big bad 98 team can look ordinary against lowly ranked Suriname and Barbados, then who are the lesser team not to look?
Then hold on, come on,
because you came on the radar
say you look ordinary already.
Then why you pressure the man, them boss? The man, them in
why me pressure the man? Because them are doing consistently.
And it was a weakened team. It was a weakened team. It wasn't the full strength. It wasn't the full strength team.
Anyway,
all right,
for interruption. So let me give somebody a chance. Just come here to your team and me carry my team. We can give 6-0.
All right. So we've come to we're done the first one. We take a break. We go to the stadium, Kat? Or We'll tell the break. We'll tell you what happened.
Are you interested in working in media? Well, this may very well be your chance. Omega Radio is seeking persons to fill the positions of receptionist, traffic coordinator, accountant, and sales executives. If you think you have the right attitude and the drive to be a part of this team, then WhatsApp or call 876-204-9356 or email us at omegaradio@theomegachurch.com.
You're listening to Omega Radio, broadcasting live. Omega Radio, Omega Radio, Omega.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, so time now for the first selection on the show today, and it's brought to you by Edge Campaigns for People Who Dream in Color. This one is from George Nooks. How great thou art.
I'm in awesome wonder. Consider all thy works thy hand doth make. I see the stars, I hear the mighty thunder. Thy power throughout the universe display. Then sings my soul, my Savior God to thee. I'm with I'll wait then sings my soul, my Savior God to thee. I'm with the heart, I'm way down. Went through the woods, the forest glades I wander, and hear the bird sing sweetly in the trees. When I look down from lofty mountain grandeur and hear the root and feel the gentle breeze. Then sings my soul, my Savior God to thee. I'm with the I'm with the and then sings my soul, my Savior God to thee. I'm with the I'm way down. And when I fail, I've got his son and spirit sent him to die. I scarce can take it in. Then on the cross, my burden gladly bearing, he bled and died to take my sins away. Then sings my soul, my Savior God to thee. I'll wait around. I'll forget and sings my soul, my Savior God to thee. I'm with Lord, I'm with Lord. And sings my soul, my Savior God to thee. I'm with Lord, I'm with Lord.
All righty then, so George Nooks sings about how great thou art. Indeed, how great thou art. And that's our first selection for the show.
Yes, I want to add an argument to the. I want to argument an element of argument to the argument because I would have said this before, but I want to re-emphasize it. That not because football is way more popular than sprinting, it means that every single footballer, big footballer, is more popular than every sprinter. Because, for example, Usain Bolt, because I see Gabriel was trying to insert Usain Bolt earlier. Usain Bolt ran 9.58, man. When the world said, "Whoa, somebody could run 9.58," shatters the world record, beat him chest around 9.69. Usain Bolt was larger than life. Usain Bolt is arguably the greatest sportsman of all time. So Usain Bolt is more famous than a lot of footballers, a lot of cricketers generally across the globe. So similar to Tiger Woods, for example, we don't follow golf in Jamaica. If you question a lot of people, sports people, ask about some top golfer, no, they don't know, but they know Tiger Woods because he came and he was just out of this world and broke a lot of records. So not because you can have a superstar in a less popular sport that is more popular than a lot from the sport. So the Usain Bolt thing, Garvey, but Sherika Jackson, though, Garvey, my friend, is no Usain Bolt.
All right, so we take some text, Scott. All right.
Text message. It's now time for text messages on the sports desk.
Zidane, you and Euclid have a style where you claim you catch someone with your own argument when a person and try to win. Won't say them clearly just make a point, whatever it was. I want to know how you catch him. Beats me. Well, I was no one who said you catch this. Won't say them. Yes, the world is crazy about football, but the world is not crazy about Aston Villa. More people would watch the 100 meters or 200 meters. If Bailey played for Manchester United, then that would be different. As the wisdom of Zidane, which Caribbean team has been dominant over other Caribbean teams in terms of scoreline? While we win a lot, we don't normally win by much. Same goes for the other teams based on what I'm seeing. Yeah. Since Bolt has left the Olympics competition, what has the viewership been like? Seems like the reason for the high viewership was Bolt. Orville, Bull and Zidane is talking a lot of foolishness. These guys can't be objective because they love football. You're seeing Bolt is 1 billion times more popular than any football.
And that's why I didn't even say that text message, and that's why I raised that point, because I know the Garvey was trying to muddy the water. There was no discussion about the popularity of Usain Bolt against any Jamaican. And I think Usain Bolt is one of the most famous Jamaicans ever. That is no debate there.
Orville, that stats for how many people watch the Olympics is misleading in comparing it to football, because that viewership takes into consideration all various sports. Football remains the single most popular sport in terms of viewership by that. Well, this is Garvey now. Zidane, how can you say sprinting not that popular when all 17 meeting in Diamond League average 60,000 per event? Plus, we all know Africa in all the Americas all have many sprinters, and even Asia like Japan and China have sprinters.
Yeah, I didn't complete it, Garvey. I was saying that in comparison to football, so if you think I'm just dismissing sprinting, that's not what the case. I was talking in comparison to football.
Only a sporting neophyte would say that Mo Salah is more popular than Bolt. No time.
You see it? There was never a discussion about Usain Bolt versus Mo Salah or anybody really. But I'm saying in this moment, no, because Usain Bolt has retired, he's no longer performing, and football is so big, and Mo Salah is currently probably the best player in the world. Right now, you might have more people because the big current things, generates more views than historic things in people. That's just the reality. And Mo Salah is one of the biggest footballers now in the world.
All right, so we can do that now and go back online. All right, let's go back online. Hello.
Blessings to the man, man.
Pioneer.
Oh, the great Pioneer, man.
Loud and clear?
Yes, indeed.
You know, I find it, I've been listening for the last, on and off for the last couple of days, including yesterday and sometime last week, and hearing this conversation. It takes me back to this very said conversation sometime ago on the program. Orville and Zidane, I heard you guys yesterday with a whole little thing, dispute about remembering the conversation. But I'm kind of refresh some memories. And
yes.
When we get to this, Zidane, when you reach the age of me and Orville and others reach, sometimes you struggle with your memory, Richard. So don't come down too hard for the man, because I know everything me remember now, but I remember this conversation. And indeed, Orville, Zidane was right that you were on the other side of the conversation.
Which side of the argument am I on now?
All right, you're on the side saying track and field and Bolt is more popular.
I never said that. No, boss. Listen what I'm saying, Pat.
Yeah.
I'm hearing that I'm flip-flopping, but for you to flip-flopping, you have to change.
No, I'm never used that term then.
Well, I'm saying, which side of the argument am I on? No.
Yeah. All right. So
what I've said is that day to day, week by week, LeBron James's name and image and likeness and who follow him and interested in him would be ahead of Bolt. Because LeBron James is playing in a sport that is in the people and face for 82 games.
No, we had all of this.
Yeah, man. All of this, yes.
Right.
All of this.
What I
so
LeBron, let me address you, Pioneer. All I've added to the discussion, Pioneer. No, I'm saying while I can understand that week to week popularity, there's another element that somebody could throw in if they want to look at popularity using another metric. And I'm saying somebody could come with an argument that, listen, I will give LeBron James the edge over Bolt. Week in, week out, 82 games, playoff, that. But somebody could make the argument that once every 4 years, for 2 weeks or for 1 week, the popularity of Bolt broke in a world record. For that week or for those 2 weeks leading in and out, an argument can be made that for that time, he would be the most popular athlete in the world.
Well, this man made those arguments.
But however, though, I'm saying week by week by week.
Hold on, I heard it.
You would have to go with that.
I had moved.
So no. Tell me.
Worldwide.
Tell me what. No. But tell me what position have I taken?
Who's more popular? Hold on, just ask the question.
No, man, a Pioneer me attack.
No, man, but just ask the question, Pioneer.
Pioneer, you tell me which position have I taken.
Hold on, Pioneer. Me can't talk on the radio.
Who has more global recognition in the world? Bolt or LeBron James?
I would say for 50 weeks out of the year.
Man, global recognition. 8 billion people in the world, out of the 8 billion people, which one of these two athletes? More of these 8 billion people.
I am going to answer you this way. If you're talking about generally speaking, you'd have to go with LeBron. LeBron James is playing in our sport.
LeBron today, I'm a team next week. You know what I mean?
No.
I know I'm already this week, you know.
Listen to the point of
put it this way. 8 billion people out there.
I would go with LeBron. I would go with LeBron.
So I'm a disagree. And I disagree then. I'm a disagree with you now. Saying 8 billion people in the world.
Yes.
8 billion people in the world. More after 8 billion people, maybe half, 50% know these two gentlemen. But in the remote places of the world, maybe somebody don't know them people. I mean, I put it there. More people know Bolt. For these reasons.
And here's where I'm going to say, Pan.
Yeah.
Bolt's event is a 4-year event.
Yeah.
If you're asking me, Bolt walking down the road on some remote road somewhere in the world, and LeBron James walking down the road somewhere in the world, who is more likely to be recognized? That's a very, very close thing. But popularity, if you're asking who is more talked about, more discussed.
Zidane, I remember a little bit.
No, I was told that he's talking to you, so I don't want to say.
Yes.
No, man, hold on, man.
No, man. I was trying to say something while the man says he's talking to you, so I'm
no, man, sure we have a conversation. We've been here before, Zidane. You remember me playing a clip from the 2016 where Olympic Games where the commentator said, there's very little place in the world that Bolt could go. And him called Muhammad Ali.
That's the point I'm making, Ropan.
I think him called Mike Pele. Him said Pele, Muhammad Ali, and Usain Bolt. Him said, these are truly global icons. Everybody want, go back, go watch. It's up on YouTube.
No, but here's what I say, Pioneer. Like again, and I made a point yesterday. What exact metric are you using to determine popularity?
Global recognition.
Fine, but I'm saying when we're talking about global, all right, let me put it to you this way. As a dancehall man like myself. You see the year when Merciless killed Bounty Killer, them over Sting, and Beanie and Ninja. You see for the next 2 weeks, Merciless was the most talked about DJ and a dancer.
In a dance, but amongst dancehall people.
Yes.
Maybe the people in the church never know nothing about it.
Right.
So the average little you go to wake up.
No, man, but I'm saying you would not. You would not. You would not say Merciless. But listen to the point of me making about. You would not say Merciless is anywhere close to being the biggest dancehall or most popular dancehall artist of all time. I'm speaking about a particular window. So I'm saying during the Olympics, my boss, the numbers we are going to know and talk and respect and follow Bolt is going to be bigger than any 2 weeks of LeBron James.
I'm going to take it outside the Olympics several weeks. Okay. I have a couple things to say now. So give me a chance, please.
All right.
So Zidane.
Zidane stepped out.
All right. So let me say this. Bolt, and I've made all of these points I've made before. Bolt have had the opportunity to perform on every single continent.
Yes.
Except Africa. And
by the way, Zidane is back. If you wanted to address it, so he's back.
Saying he has performed that major competition. world championship and Olympics in every continent and in some of the major population centers in the world like China. Then twice he's been in dominate China twice in a historical way, 2008 and 2015. Then these are major events. One is the Olympic, one is the World Championship. He has been to Brazil to the Olympics.
All right, so you make the point. He has been all over.
In addition to that, even other sporting events, Mr. Bolt at the Super Bowl as a major highlight. Mr. Bolt at Wimbledon. Mr. Bolt at the French Open. Bolt going to Australia as a rules football. So worldwide recognition.
Remember,
continent by continent.
I believe that wherever LeBron James go, he would be recognized as well. I think that LeBron James is
disagree with that.
You disagree.
Competition in the world of basketball and that.
But all right, hold the line.
The JSC Group, Jamaica Stock Exchange, Jamaica Central Securities Depository Limited, and JCSD Trustee Services, providing a fair, efficient, and transparent stock market for over 45 years. The time by the Jamaica Stock Exchange Group is 2:15.
Residents of Manchester, the Jamaica Customs Agency will be in your parish on Friday, March 28, 2025 from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. for Customs Meets the Community. The Town and Community Tour edition will kickstart this exciting tour in Christiana at 10 a.m. Then navigate into the parish capital, Mandeville, for the grand finale at 2:30 p.m. Get information on all things customs, contactless clearance, the Customs mobile app, incentives for farmers and manufacturers, and so much more. That's Customs Meets the Community, the Town and Community Tour edition in Manchester this Friday, March 28 from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Jamaica Customs, reaching our customers where they are.
Greetings to you listeners. This is Reverend Ryan A. Gordon, Senior Pastor of the Broken Vessels Healing and Deliverance Ministries, located at 120 Main Street, Pineapple, Ocheria, St. Anne, Jamaica, West Indies. Join me every Sunday morning at 8:30 a.m. inside the Kingdom Lifestyle Radio Show with Brother Frisco. Join me for a word in time. You cannot afford to miss this powerful word every Sunday morning on this station.
It's all right.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
Yeah, Pioneer, we're back with you.
All right, Zidane back in the studio?
Yes.
All right, and Orville, give me a chance. There are several issues I'm here with more addressing. This argument about social media following is an idiot argument.
You don't consider it at all?
Small.
Right.
Demographics.
Yes.
I want to think about. My mother was 74, my auntie was 65, my other auntie them. Them people now following up body pants.
Yeah, but how many 75 years old is alive relative to people who are age?
But you have 50 years old, but how many how many after 3 point much million people in Jamaica? How much are we up on social media?
No, but Jamaica is not the world.
But let me show you, and if we can extend that to the world,
no, man,
Jamaica is one of the probably one of the more advanced countries in the world.
But answer the question.
In the third world.
But answer my question.
Comparable to Jamaica, you have some other third world country and have the kind of facilities that we have.
All right, you know what?
Jamaica,
all right, I hear you. I'm going to check to see.
And then, hold on.
Yes.
Give me a chance to do that.
Yes.
When we make the point, you can address.
Yeah, man. All right.
Free-to-air TV.
Mm-hmm.
Most countries, the Olympics is available on free-to-air TV, and some of these major things.
Yes.
Like up until recently, the Premier League never done on free-to-air TV. See, and this isn't the argument about Sherika Jackson versus Zidane Bailey. I point out something as a very important factor between these two athletes. We don't have to be into mind. Sherika Jackson grew up in the consciousness of Jamaican people. She was a champ star. Saying she performed a character. She was a character star. We have been hearing about Sherika Jackson a long time. She came through the ranks. She performed for major meets from about 2015. Zidane Bailey never played high school football in Jamaica. He came onto the Jamaican scene and the Jamaican cycle later. Saying, and Jamaica has not been on a global football stage with Zidane Bailey. Mind you, the controversy and all of these little things would have helped to bring him into the national psyche. But compared to a Sherika Jackson who has been performing at global events since 2015, winning medals, being part of the big 1, 2, 3, I think it's sharp to
so this one is you addressing Bailey versus Sherika in Jamaica. That's actually a pretty good point that you made in that. Leon Bailey.
Yeah, man. So,
if Leon Bailey was, hold on, man, you made a good point.
Yeah.
If Leon Bailey was a big Manning Cup superstar, it probably would have helped him. But you're right. So Sherika Jackson was a big champ star and all of that, and grew up being so it's a reasonable point that I wasn't considering. But we don't know about the chocolate cheese part, but it's a good point, actually.
Me hear a nonsense argument of Bull saying that any footballer is popular than Usain Bolt. Bull, I don't think we should have dignified that.
Bull said that?
Virgin,
I slip on the tongue that, man.
Anyway,
no, I'm not thinking.
And this is the point I hear you're making, Orville, which I agree, and I've been listening to the conversation here and there. The demographic, the female demography is Zidane. And I think this is where you football-loving people think that, but if me go to my 65-year-old auntie, who is probably an outgoing lady, and say to her, say, Mohamed Salah, maybe she don't know that.
Hey, the irony in this. And this is why I think me about advantage over everybody else. Not everybody else, but most people. I was at the game last night, so I was in the stands. I know a lot of persons who weren't in the stands. Now, I saw right in front of me, you had 5 women over the age of 50 and a man over the age of 50. And the woman, them, I say, it's when one broke the second chance, the woman, them say, why you never settle down and relax? Him rush it. So, brother, no be feel like some woman no follow football.
Yeah, football-loving women in Jamaica. I cannot deny that.
Whole heap of them pioneer.
But then there's that. All right, that's sizable, but then you have another demographic. Let me say 20% of the Jamaican.
Who you think are the biggest star them in a schools?
Hold on, let me say 20% of the Jamaican women have a die-hard, at least a fading interest in a football.
The young.
But then there's another big percentage, Zidane, where
hold on.
Zidane,
yes.
if I look at corner league in them community and to bring excitement.
Yes.
I'm a pass through, But as to following like English Premier League week in, week out, them not do that, Reggie.
No, but I know they said them are going to Leon Bailey do, my boss.
I'm saying the fact that Leon Bailey has been involved in some amount of controversy in the Jamaican landscape. That would give him a little bit more notoriety.
And when Jamaica play Leon Bailey, on the billboard them all across the country, my boss, as promotion for the game.
But who is on Sherika Jackson up on TV commercial every day? It's one of the biggest bank in Jamaica. She's on which commercial? Which TV commercial?
Leon Bailey was on the KFC commercial in the 2014 World Cup, right through the tournament, boss. The most watched.
2014.
Yes, the most.
That's our current.
Yeah, but he was getting popular from there in Jamaica, my boss. It's Leon Bailey.
Sherika Jackson is on billboard all over Jamaica.
But you make a good point, still, Pioneer. Me not fight you. It's close.
I think that comparison right now. I think that Sherika Jackson is more known.
All right.
Have more facial recognition.
It's closer than I think. It's closer than I think. I make some good points, but me still give Bailey the edge.
Pioneer, we could leave it now.
Big up. I'm going to keep the program flowing nice and sweet.
Yes, how the program runs since today.
Seeing this thing I come from a long time, and the combination of the two of them is a working combination. Keep it working.
Yes, the program today, Pioneer, I like it. Me personally.
Yeah, man. Keep it working.
Something was said that I didn't like, but I will deal with it differently.
Yeah, but Zidane, when you reach our age, you may be able to, you will know what I'm going with the memory thing. Because trust me, Virgin, there's a lot of things I do yesterday, but sometimes I struggle for memory.
All right, my boss.
See, in the head sometimes, when you reach some stage, your head kind of fade a little bit.
All right, big up yourself, Pioneer.
One as my brother. Cool.
All right, good.
Next one, hello.
Driver.
Don't stop at all.
Orville.
Yes, sir.
Greeting. Zidane.
Good afternoon, sir.
Driver, you want to talk to me, Zidane?
No problem.
Go on, knock Orville for 10 seconds. Don't do that again. Any man that interject, I tell him a pioneer without talk. So don't do that again.
Yeah, it was
make it think proper.
No, it was Pioneer. I have told you. I want to argue with you, my boss. Are the callers them I want to argue with? I've said
that.
Right, sir.
Listen to me. No matter what you want to say, me and knock you for that statement that you make full stop.
Because I wasn't being boisterous, I wasn't arguing, I was just trying to say something.
No, I'm saying the man that interject. Because obviously we have
let me say it was rude. Let me say, but I hear you already. You think we shouldn't say that. But we don't forget long about it. I'm saying
that's what we say 10 seconds, boss.
No, but you make the point, so we shouldn't say that. And I'm saying the reason why I say Pioneer you may address is because over the last few weeks addressing Zidane directly. We see how we can't end up. Yeah, but I wasn't arguing. Well, me don't know if I don't know where you would have gone. Yeah, but I'm the host. I suppose I should have gotten the opportunity to interject. All right.
Don't waste my time.
Because he's admitting that the program is running nicely today. So there was no reason to think that I would have done anything different. All right.
I'm going to support you, but I'm going to tell you now.
What?
No, Zidane. Mr. Zidane.
Yes.
You don't want to talk to you now.
Yes.
You didn't want to talk to Orville. Anyhow, Zidane, I don't think you guys should be using Instagram, TikTok, or even YouTube followers to determine how popular persons are. Because if you go to the strictest, I want to say English.
No, man. To be fair to the people. No, but hold on, driver. I have to correct you.
Let me finish my point.
No, you're on a false premise. Nobody.
No, let me finish the point.
No, but you're saying they are using it. No, you're saying they're using it. They're saying that's one of the indications to determine how famous you are.
And I'm saying it should not be used.
All right, let me ask a question. Go ahead.
I'm going to tell you why it should not be used.
None at all. All right, go ahead.
None at all.
All right, go ahead.
Because popular, if you go to the strictest sense of the word popularity, it means people who like you, support you, or admire you. One. And if that is the case, and everybody who follow you on Instagram or subscribe to your YouTube channel, like you, some of them follow you just to criticize you or just to see what you do to cuss you out. I have a friend who have a YouTube channel. Hold on, let me make it point. I have a friend who have a YouTube channel with 308,000 persons on it, and he told me that at least 100,000 of them are haters. One class.
Yeah, but that would be. I don't think we mean properly in the literal stance that you're putting it.
You got to.
We're talking fame. But no, you're right. But I said it before that it's really who is more recognizable, who is more famous.
So I would suggest that you use who know you more.
Yeah, man. Who is more recognizable?
Recognize.
No,
people who know
correct. Technically,
so don't talk about popularity. Because popularity
speaks to like and adore and admire.
Yes.
Yes. A lot of people doing so.
Let us stop doing that.
So I can be more famous than you in Jamaica, but you are more popular than me. You know that's possible, though.
Famous, right? Because people can be famous and
everybody here
you're famous for the bad reason.
Yes. No.
There you go. There you go.
So if
I say we can't use that as an index.
So what you're arguing is fame, actually, really. It's really fame. Huh? So we must stop using the word popular. You're correct, my boss.
Okay, boss.
You're correct.
I want to say English when I say,
yes.
So we follow suit. All right. So Orville.
Yes, sir.
You and Zidane now. Two of them want to talk. I have a problem. Let me get straight to the point. Now be on the bush. I have a problem with the Jamaica the Jamaica coaching team. The coaching team have little or almost no Jamaicans on it. I think only Marin Garden is there. Now I heard who was it? A caller who said, I don't know where he was, or maybe he was in the stadium or somewhere, who mentioned a player, a Jamaican player, and he said he should. The coach said to him, who is it? CC, I think it was, said he should tell his press officer about the player, and he will think about it. You remember that argument?
No, I don't remember.
Yes.
Hold on. It's truth. I don't really remember that argument. For true.
Yes. Well, I don't remember because the press officer, as he speak, the press officer, who I think you have a lot to do with him being in media. I mentioned that you have a hand in it, and you say you don't remember nothing about that. You remember?
Yeah.
What name?
You're Simon Preston. I didn't remember the interview.
Simon Preston, yes.
No,
I was the one who brought it to you. You say you still don't remember what you did for that guy. I remember vividly. It was on TV when you were working full-time at TV. Maybe about 10, 12, 15 years ago, maybe more. Yeah, we can forget things. I did you need to remember, sir. Let me not remember. You need to take note of the fact that the older you get, your memory will start going. After 50, 55, I think research shown that the recent things, you tend to forget them faster and remember the thing done a long time, like 20, 30, 40 years ago. Trust me. Research showed that. But anyway, we don't want to get into the remembrance something there. I'm talking about the coaching team now. Now, if that is the case, what CC said earlier on, I think it was since week, Monday, I think it was. Mm-hmm. I stand corrected. Who is on that coaching team to the scouting for the Jamaican?
Marin Garden, man. Everybody know that, right?
Marin Garden alone can't do it.
Marin is the man who recommended Kaim Dixon to the coach and what's his name again? The fast you, the number 20. Cephas. These were people who Marin brought to the coach.
Yeah, but how many more players out there that Marin don't get to see? Because Marin is not always here.
No, man, Marin is So you want a series of local coaches to recommend?
I'm not saying that in terms of development. I think based on what I'm seeing is four persons plus the head coach. A guy named Travis Sinclair, Richard Hartis, someone next one, and Paul Sims, who came on now. My opinion is we should have had at least two Jamaican good coaches.
All right.
I'm suggesting Andrew Peart and maybe Miguel Coley. Those guys, in terms of development, how are the Jamaican coaches are going to be developed internationally if we don't have them in and around the senior team, going abroad and mix and mingle with the head coach himself and so on to learn from them. In terms of development, where are we going?
All right, point me. We have to leave it, my boss. Yeah?
You got it right?
Yeah, we're running. All right.
Super Center, everything for your home and more.
Whether you are redecorating your home, looking for a gift idea, or simply feel for some retail therapy, Ascent Supercenter is the place to be. Regal Plaza Kingston and Linstead. We have it all. From linens and curtains to appliances and cookware, furniture, rugs, and wall decor. It's everything for your home and more.
Ascent Supercenter, we're gonna make you smile. Ascent Supercenter, it's a lifestyle.
It's now time for Sports in a Minute, sponsored by Edgechem, Western Sports, Megamart, Spectrum Insurance Brokers, D'Angelo Auto Spears and Accessories Limited, and Fosrich.
Five-time champion Iga Swiatek is being protected by increased security after an aggressive and taunting fan verbally abused her at the Miami Open. Swiatek, 23, was targeted by a man in practice session on Saturday. It is believed that the man shouted personal insults about Swiatek's family. The World Number 2 representatives told the BBC Sport that a man had previously sent abusive online messages to her through social media. And that's your Sports in a Minute.
Sports in a Minute was sponsored by Edgechem, changing lives 1 gallon at a time. Western Sports, the sports people. Megamart, best value by far. Spectrum Insurance Brokers, setting the industry standard. D'Angelo Auto Spears and Accessories Limited at 20 Balmoral Avenue, Kingston 10, and shop number 10, 1A Chapelton Road. Call 876-929-9146. And Fosrich.
Listen up, Jamaica. At Fosrich, everybody's getting a solar water heater. $20,000 deposit. 6 months to pay. What a deal. Fosrich Financing.
Residents of Manchester, the Jamaica Customs Agency will be in your parish on Friday, March 28, 2025, from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. for Customs Meets the Community. The Town of the Community Tour edition will kickstart this exciting tour in Christiana at 10 a.m., then navigate into the parish capital, Mandeville, for the grand finale at 2:30 p.m. Get information on all things customs, contactless clearance, the Customs mobile app, incentives for farmers and manufacturers, and so much more. That's Customs Meets the Community, the Town and Community Tour edition in Manchester this Friday, March 28th from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Jamaica Customs, reaching our customers where they are.
You're listening to Omega Radio, broadcasting live. Omega Radio, Omega Radio, Omega.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, somebody just text me through to remind me that Meron Gordon still works at Garvey Maceo. I think Driver had made the point that he's hardly here, but what the point the person is making is outside of when he travels with the national team, Meron Gordon is domiciled in Jamaica. Still teach at Garvey, still follow local. All right, we move again, Kat. All right, hello.
Hello, good day.
Good afternoon.
This is the True Analyst. How are you doing?
True Analyst. How are you, sir?
Well, I am ebullient at the moment. Jamaica dropped a 3-love.
Big side, eh?
I can't be more happy right now.
Yes.
First thing first, I want to say this Sabina Park situation. We have to play some more matches at Sabina Park. I like it. I really like what I see there. I want to take some early praise because I was one of the people early out on this show saying that FIFA has international pay and it's going to be a handful for any team.
Yes.
There's a Maran Gardner, them people that put forward.
Yeah,
earlier.
no, Maran Gardner wasn't the one who because Cephas was already on the international stage. He plays in Turkey.
Yeah,
I think
pushing.
I think the one Maran Gardner introduced to the coach was the former Jamaica college player.
Oh,
yeah, it wasn't
Maggie.
Cephas. No man, the other one that played a couple of games. No. The little short one, man, who used to play for JC after Flemings.
Well, I don't remember. But let me just say this still. I wanted to get to this point. The guy that scored the goal, Brown.
Warner Brown, formerly of St. Andrew Technical High School.
Which one?
St. Andrew Technical Stats. He was on that big stats team that should have won Manning Cup 2019. They met that JC team that drew every game in the second round and win on penalties. Not them, we beat them in the final. Yeah, man. He was the big baller for them in 2019. All right. Yes.
But let me say this to you. I am driving through the city, and I like how they try to advertise the football before it happens, so that people can see and know that it's going to happen.
They're advertising big out there?
Yeah, man. I will leave posters all over the city, man. I like it. Okay. And I notice it for the netball. There is a definite improvement in sports marketing generally. So when things happen, you actually see the billboards up more than even the dance posters. But I have a little problem. He is one of the people that you're going to be seen in the streets every day, Mr. Brown. So he should be on the poster.
That's a decent.
Yeah, but if
well, as the match done, them all jump on a plane and gone.
No, man, but before last night, he was not a known entity locally like that.
Yeah, that's why we have to make him known. That's you remember, you know.
Who was on the poster, my boss?
I say Andre Blair. I say Damian Lowe.
Yeah,
I say Bobby.
Well,
Reed.
since Warner Brown is the top scorer in the local Premier League, and he plays for one of the most popular clubs in Arnett Gardens, I think there could have been a balance. So you have Leon Bailey on one, because I see them we have people on two people on one, you know. So you could have one with Leon Bailey and also Warner Brown, because I hear quite a number of local fans say they like Warner Brown and they would glad to see him play. So it could be a balance.
I really, to be honest with you, I'm just becoming familiar with him. And if I walk past him now in half a tree,
you wouldn't recognize him.
I don't recognize him.
Yeah.
But I'm going to spend my time and get to know him and put him out there.
No, man, it's a fair point, because because Leon Bailey is big in Jamaica. So you put Leon Bailey on it and one particular one, I put Warner Brown beside it. And it may very well attract some local fans who watch, because he has a lot of fans in Jamaica, actually. Because when he scored the goal last time, he said Rona Brook Valley, because he comes from Duhaney Park in Brook Valley. He said, holy nice and pot cover.
Warner Brown?
Yes.
Why? 10 years on the coast of Brook Valley, and I never know that.
A Brook Valley him come from, yeah, man.
I didn't know that.
Yes.
But I have additional reasons to support it.
Yes.
You see that everything though?
Yes, indeed.
We not got to take him up on my shoulder.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. He come from around your side, man.
and I'm gonna tell you this. This is my position right now. That based on what I'm seeing, both out of the Cavaliers game and what I saw him produce in terms of turning.
Yes.
Pushing past the player.
Yeah, man. Him look good, man. Him look real good.
That more players in the Premier League should get a shot in the national program.
He played.
Pushing it.
The reality is this, you know. The player who started in the game before is playing overseas, and Warner Brown in that game against the very same opponent the next game look way better than Shamar Nicholson.
Well, listen. Yeah, I'm not going to knock Shamar.
No, we're not knocking him. To your point, that listen. You might very well have one or two.
Yes.
Yes.
But I know slightly backpedaling.
So, no, we knock Shamar because me rate Shamar highly. Me respect and rate Shamar very, very highly.
And I'm going to say this about him too. When other players look like them, not so sure them giving me 100%.
Yes, in fight.
Yeah, sure, so Shamar giving me 100%. So I'm going to give him that credit. But I want to close my little commentary today by saying one final thing. You see, anyhow, next year done, and then get Omar Higgins OD.
Omar? Who is Omar Higgins?
Orville Higgins, sir.
Oh, yeah.
Orville Higgins. OD. It's problem. It must happen. He deserve it.
The naysayers would say, what are you giving him or suggesting giving him
Look
for?
here. I listened to the budget debate the other day, see? And I hear people want to give people national hero to sing song and make money for them family. And here it is. Orville Higgins is out here educating the country with over a decade, possibly 2 decades. And what is the truth about the national pastime? And you don't want to give him the credit?
Yeah, but haven't they given media people these awards? So it's practical. Hasn't it happened before?
You forget it.
I think Neville Bell hasn't received something. I don't. Well, Neville
Bell have something.
Yeah, man. It can't happen, man.
So I am making a call here to CC and all the other people come on here and antagonize their data. More than this, that's the problem. They must join me in my effort to ensure that you're appropriately recognized.
You know me not go ball about that, my boss. Thanks for the sentiment,
All right,
eh?
my friend.
All right.
All right, my friend.
Respect.
and love.
Cool. All right. What we do now? Huh? No. He's not the only person who feel that way, by the way. True analyst is not the only person who feel that way. Babs know me as a broadcaster. Yeah. Miss the Honorable Olivia Babs. All right. Let's go back online, my boss. Let's go back online.
Oh, 615-2841. The aforementioned CC. You say they're coming at me today. I'm not hearing from it, CC. So 615-2841. That's 615-2841. Or 676, because Troanes came off that number a while ago. 676-6968. That's 676-6968. So both numbers appear to be working. So the numbers have improved significantly. So let's give ourselves a tap on the back for that.
All right, 615-2841, 676-6968. So those are the numbers. Now we go back online. Hello.
Yeah, man.
Oh, this is correction.
Yeah, man. Man, am I hear me clear?
Yes, indeed.
Zidane.
Mm-hmm.
Why you clarify something for me, Zidane?
Yes.
When you say this team is better than the 98 team, what are you talking about, in performance or on paper?
The available players, talent-wise. And I made that clear before to Monse. Because the 98 team is a better team.
98 team is a better team.
Yes, because team you go into tournaments and games to win them and go forward. So they were better at doing that. They were more together. They were more structured and all of that. So a better team, but talent-wise, I think we have more talent all around. Now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm put on back the belt.
Yeah, man. Put him back the belt.
All right. Orville.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. All right. Last night's game, give me an assessment.
Better, and what the coach did was, I thought he must always do against these sort of teams. He didn't play a double pivot. He had one bowling, and he had two creative type of players. So, Damarai Gray, out and out. Well, he's not a midfielder, although many has asked him to play there. He's an attacking player, right. And Bobby Reid is a good ball and likes to attack as well. So, I think that helped us to be more fluid. Leon Bailey was okay. Cephas was very good. Decision making in the attack in the final third can improve, but me like him. He wants to get on the ball. He's involved. He run at people. And when he was like that coach moved him centrally when he took off Warner Brown, and then he got a goal. So it's something that we can utilize as well.
Yes, and last night match, wouldn't you say that the coach thinking,
yes,
and working out his play?
Yes, because and he's listening as well. Yeah, man.
Exactly. When you see that, finally he started Cephas. And the fact that Lowe was available, he didn't put him on.
Here you go, because he could have. I thought he would have gone for Lowe in midfield as well, as one of the defensive midfield.
Right.
But yeah,
it shows me that.
Let me tell you what I think. Correction. Somebody and I were talking about it last night, and I hope the analogy doesn't offend the women who are probably listening.
Yeah.
But the person said the difference between last night's game and some other times they say this coach. The man says sometimes you have a girl who you know you have to work hard to bring her on a date. But some girls, from the way them react, you just know say this is a easy girl. You know say after one or two conversations, you're going straight to the date, and we know what happens after that. He said last night the coach was treating St. Vincent like they're an ordinary girl. His way of saying, "Be not think you're better than me, I'm coming for you." As opposed to some other games where the coach is almost hesitant in tentative in putting on the after drive, you know, that kind of something. And I think last night we looked a lot more purposeful, a lot more like we think we're better than that team. Yeah. A lot more willing for attack rather than just going like that, you know, giving a team too much respect. So in that regard, that's what I say.
And you know, gentlemen, you know, even though FIFA final third decision making is not all that great, I love how a player like him on the
Minval.
You go run at the opponent and
man, can create some free kick, yes. But and that's hard because sometimes he opted to dribble when he should have crossed. So it's not a difficult fix for me. So me like
right.
Cephas.
Yeah man.
Yeah.
Now this brother and Warner, bro. If he continues to have games like these, I think he can work him way in as a good role player on this team.
Yeah, man, he can be a part-time, man. A nice little baller, man. Yeah, man.
Yeah,
I tell you, it's because he wasn't playing for a popular school, but in 2019, he was outstanding for St. Andrew Technical and brought them to the Manny Cup final. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yes. Well, as I said to somebody,
we have the break. We give a minute after. 1 minute after.
Yeah, we're coming. Don't move. We're coming back.
Security guards must be certified to get licensed to work, says the government. Don't hesitate, don't delay. Get certified and enter a prosperous career with local and City and Guilds International certification in security personnel in 6 to 8 weeks at Distinction College, an approved City and Guilds Center endorsed by the PSRA with locations in Kingston, Spanish Town, and Ocho Rios. Start classes very soon. No subjects required, no experience required, no entrance test, no age limits. Call 356-4167.
Taxpayers, if you have outstanding taxes, now is the time to apply for the Special Arrears Settlement Program. Pay outstanding principal amounts on corporate and individual income tax, education tax, pay as you earn, GCT, special consumption tax, asset tax, and partnership income tax. To get interest, penalties, and surcharges waived. GCT filers, to benefit, you must submit your application in writing. Offer available until March 31. Don't miss out. For more information, visit www.jamaicatax.gov.jm or call 888-829-4357. Tax Administration Jamaica, working together to serve you even better.
You're listening to Omega Radio, broadcasting live. Omega Radio, Omega Radio, Omega.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, welcome back. Corrections, back with you.
Yeah, man. Yeah, yes, gentlemen. So I hear Backfoot call the other day, and he was lamenting the fact that this coach was hired. One of the reasons was hired was to get in English-born players to come over, and he's asking the question, how much have you achieved that role thus far? Let me just remind Backfoot that it's not the coach himself. If you listen to two last interviews, one at St. Vincent, he was asked that question directly about those English-born players. And he was lamenting the fact that the process to get them naturalized, to get their passport, it's been so long and tedious, and it needs to be fast.
Yes.
So it's not that the coach, it's certain things are outside of the coach's.
So he's pretty much saying that when I make the contact and get the player to be familiarized and they agree, that's it. He can't do much more. No, it's the administrators.
He can't do anything more. It's the come down speaker.
Yes.
And him said the process is too long and tedious. So he has lamented that fact.
Okay.
Right? Nevertheless, last night he hinted again that for the summer he's expecting some new additions to the team. So
Let's see who those were.
Yeah, would love to see them.
All right, my boss.
Yeah, man.
Big up.
Yeah, man, cool.
All right, so we continue to go. How we stay now, Nick? Yeah, we go back online. Hello.
Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Tony.
Yeah, good afternoon, Tony.
My name is Periodic Caller.
Periodic.
Orville.
Yeah, Tony, we're not there.
Yeah, all right. So, you know, while I've been absent from calling, I've been listening attentively. And I call about something a little bit different. So, after Messi visited our great nation and played in our Coliseum, I saw a video that was put out by Craig Butler. And funny enough, I think it went over a lot of people's head. A lot of people missed the mark. Now, Orville, I have a specific question for you. Yeah. Which one do you think is more important? Being patriotic or being passionate about something? In whichever order you think it is important. Patriotic or passionate about a specific thing?
In order to achieve what end? In order to achieve what end? What?
No,
what is
I
the end?
I can be patriotic to my nation, to my cause, you understand, no matter where we are, and I can be passionate about something, a girl, a specific food, an event, whatever the case may be. Which one do you think takes precedence?
No, it depends on what objective do you want me to achieve?
So, being patriotic is one thing, you know, Orville.
No, but I'm saying being patriotic is, I'm saying what you are asking, which one of them more important, and I'm saying in order to achieve what? Because that now may determine my answer.
No, so we're not looking at anything out of the box. Let us try to be realistic.
So we're just saying being more patriotic or more passionate, which one more important? I don't know how to answer.
National. So you which one you prefer? You put national pride over being passionate about a player.
You're talking about sportsmen now and performing for country.
Yes.
Oh, well, if in the context of sportsmen performing for country, I want it to be more passionate than patriotic. Loving your country,
more passionate than patriotic.
Loving your country don't help me if you don't have the passion to do the things that you need to do to excel.
All right. So my question to you now, Zidane.
Yes.
What is your consensus on the fact that Lionel Messi, when he walk out, the crowd, the 30,000 people in the stadium are cheer more for Messi than their own fellow countrymen. What's your thoughts on that?
Well, Cavalier is not the Jamaican national team. So when they talk about patriotic...
No, I know. I just said countrymen. That's why I said countrymen.
Yeah, but the reality is that they went to see that man. So they cheered for Cavalier as well, you know. That's the important thing, you know. There was loud cheers right through the game when Cavalier appeared that they want to do something going forward. That's just reality. But the fact of the matter is, if you are passionate, as you are saying now, about football, then somebody who you think is the greatest footballer of all time, you're going to show your respect to him because you love the game. You understand?
Boy, I can see the angle where you are looking at it from.
Man.
But boy,
because remember, I know, the most important thing for you as a person is to get joy in life. Is for you get your life to enjoy it, the boss. And Messi, if you're a fanatic football fan, you're going to enjoy Messi playing. So you want to appreciate that. Listen, for many years, he gave me so much joy.
Zidane, I just think it weird, Messi, even the fellow players them on the field, I drool over the man on the field.
No, man, it
happens. You can understand when the game done. No, hold on, man.
On the field.
You can understand when the game done or prior to the game starting. But Jesus, man, the man literally drool over the man on the field.
It never stopped them from tackling him hard when him get the ball, though.
Why?
You could argue that the player... Huh? No, man, but at one point, the central defensive Cavalier... No, sir, I don't agree. When this Cavalier defense, I mean, they weren't creating no unnecessary foul and not like them kick him down, but when him find himself in a position close to the box now, the Cavalier defense were not just allowing him to have him one way, my boss. That's not what I said.
But my last thing before I go though, Orville, Zidane, have you ever seen Jamaicans react as they did to Messi? I don't even think we react to Bolt like how Messi will react to Messi.
No, we didn't. I saw a lady complaining. I said, what is wrong with these people? You go and fill up the stadium and block up the traffic for this little one, man. Yeah, man, it was crazy.
It was crazy, and it was a sight. It was a spectacle, Orville. It was a spectacle, but my view.
But remember,
is that
remember we see both very often still though. So like, remember, you're never going to ever see Messi again like it. So I think that is why you got that greater rush.
But yet, so for me, Orville and Zidane, Messi is the greatest player alive, and Messi is the greatest player in history. Me put him over everybody. That's my view. But me look on it and me just say, boy, even if I went, so me have my authentic Argentina jersey, me have an authentic Barcelona jersey. So I'm a Messi fan. But sometimes me just like when Messi people go the players them on the field while competing. The man stop. They can't even focus on the play. It just look weird to me. I don't know. Maybe that's just me, but that's just my take. Gentlemen, think of yourself,
All right.
All right, leave it as Tony. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, sir.
Happy New Year, Kwanzaa, everything, man.
All right, cool. That's Tony, who we haven't heard from for a while. All right, how we stay now? We're going to Champs for a report in just a little bit. What do we do, Nick? Oh, some text. I don't see a lot, though, But I could read the few we have. In the meantime, 6152841. We can come back to the text a little bit after. We take this call. Hello?
Yeah, man. What's up?
John.
Yeah, man. Just want to say, I'm happy that we won the game yesterday. Like I knew we would have. Still concerned. It's a work in progress. Still concerned. Just like you and just like others have said, we're still not playing the kind of football that would ultimately make us measure up to what's happening with the big guns in a CONCACAF. And that is what worries me the most. The level of creativity is not being seen, especially in midfield. CFAS, clearly there's work to be done. Gets the ball is better than the opponents, but doesn't know what to do with the ball. And there's where coaching. A coach is a teacher, contrary to what many people think. I've heard coaches talk about not wanting to teach somebody when they come into the senior team to head a ball or to kick a ball because they should have known before. But if you get somebody who is good enough to make the team, then the onus is on you as the coach.
All right.
So inculcate these kind of qualities.
Actually, that's a good point because let me go back even to the first game when he came on. He burst on the flank, beat two people. But when he went to the byline, he looked up and was hesitant. And then the defender came and the pass just wasn't right. Now, you're right that he should have looked up to see where Warner Brown was. So when he dart down and beat the players there now, he's like, I'm going to lace it across the 6-yard box. I'm going to pull it back. So you're right that sometimes he's brilliant at getting in those wonderful positions based on his pace and him local skills we him have. But he doesn't, he's not aware that when I do this, I'm going to do that right after. And
I get the impression, I'm getting the impression that this youngster started playing football fairly late. That is what I think. That's what I think.
I only saw him for the first time when he played for Harnett Gardens. I don't remember. I don't
know anything about him, but that's the impression I get because I played football. We all played like a ball during our formative years, and there are certain traits that you would come to understand, and to be you'd see in a game. But I'm not seeing it here.
I want to ask you something, sir.
Yeah.
And don't take it wrong now. So asking you very friendly, my boy. We're not very lucky. But I remember you were very critical of Richard King.
Yeah. I remember you chided me. I remember I took back what I said.
What you think about him? Yeah, man. But what you think about him last night? The coach said he was great.
Yesterday. Vast improvement. It's not like I was saying not a footballer, but what I saw in the first game, I was worried because I saw people just running past him, especially that forward who scored the goal, running, and he wasn't marking. He was marking space. And I was saying to myself, because our defenders were so wide apart, if he continue to play that way, then we'll be in much more trouble. Looking on to To the
Yeah,
future.
man, I heard. We remember the criticism, but I was
And
telling you
what
that
I saw
much
last night
better than
was that our midfield was much more compact. There was no Soli Makala ties. He clearly, it was out of his realm. And I remember Isaac Eden. Yeah, I still don't think he's a real deal. I don't know much about him, but he looked much better.
Well, he was playing in the role that he usually play. He was
Yeah,
playing
man.
as a
And the
defensive.
football
Yes.
was a bit more simpler. You know what surprised me? Bobby Reed.
Oh, he was
Bobby
brilliant.
Reed had the best game he has ever played for Jamaica.
No, man, he was really good last night.
I think that Bobby Reed was given a free role. I think it was the role that he was given. That sometimes, as good as you are, if you are limited in terms of the instruction that you get, then it can hurt your game. And I think Bobby Reed was asked. Bobby Reed tackled. He passed the ball. He did everything and looked like a footballer.
He was the best player in the park for us, in
Yeah.
my opinion.
Latibo, I'm happy that Latibo. I don't think ultimately he'll be the left back. But I would always have that brother in
He
mind.
can play right back then because he really. And I remember when we used to pressure him in midfield and we say a lot of persons, including myself, said the man is a defender. The man look comfortable in that position.
Yeah,
Good tackler,
but I would remove Lembe Kisa. Lembe Kisa is a good defensive and attacking.
No, man, you're right, man. But in case Lembe Kisa is injured or something, we have a ready replacement. Yeah.
And I tell you this much.
He can play centre back as well, you know.
Although I've been so critical of this team, I'm saying that of players, it all boils down to the coaching staff and what they're seeing. And if them understand the football enough, we can fine-tune this team. Remember the game. There's a game that when Damian Lowe was out, I was played. I think it was Panama in the Gold Cup or the Nation League semi-final. And Latibody played central defense along in tandem with Gordon and the youth there.
I remember the game, man. He can play defense, man.
And he was excellent. He read the ball game well. He stole the ball from people. He passed. He dribbled. His clearances were great. And that showed me that this dude effectively.
He's a good footballer. He's a very good defender to have for the Jamaican national team.
Yes. Yeah, do without him.
Yeah, man.
I remember last night I saw, which was a very good sign. I saw Eden.
I tell you what, John, we're going to have to run for a report from Champs.
And then music.
Plus music. So we probably have to go to Scott.
Zidane, I take you on board that best team there. They have more quality in the 98 than
the list. Yeah, man. So they come on the list when they can come.
All right.
No problem. Yeah, man. Big up yourself.
Yeah.
We'll take a break. We're coming.
Go straight to Western Sports for all your track and field needs, like spikes, high jump equipment, throwing implements, hurdles, not to mention your team tracksuits, running tights, vests, and shorts.
The time by Western Sports, the sports people, is...
All right. 3:02.
For financial news and the latest developments in the business community and economy, Financially Speaking is the top choice. Join me, your host Errol Gregory, Mondays and Wednesdays at 12:30 p.m. as we look at current economic issues, provide small business tips, and help you to build your business and portfolio. That's Financially Speaking, sponsored by Jamaica Stock Exchange, JSC Online Trading.
Do you want the keys to discovering your God-given purpose? Would you like a strategy to fulfill your unique destiny on earth? How about a map to help you navigate the twists and turns on your journey of life? Do you, don't you, will you, won't you? If I coax you, would you want to? Don't you want to? Aren't you going to? Oh, come on, you said you would. Hey, this is Everton Thomas, your friend, your bishop, from the Emmanuel Apostolic Church International with headquarters at 12 Slide Road in Kingston, Jamaica. And I'm inviting you to join me this and every Friday at 11 a.m. right here on this station for Insights, inspiring conversations for everyday life. That's Insights, Fridays at 11 a.m. God bless you now. Stay awesome.
You're listening to Omega Radio, broadcasting live. Omega Radio, Omega Radio, Omega.
Live coverage of the 2025 Issa Grace Kennedy Boys and Girls Champs is sponsored by Distinction College, now registering for new classes on May 3. Access to information, right to know, power to change. Quest Security, the best security. Hepburn Glass Supplies, quality service is our priority. Tax Administration Jamaica, working together to serve you even better. Edge Campaigns, saving lives 1 gallon at a time. Azan Super Center, your super store for your home and more. Western Sports, the sports people. Spectrum Insurance Brokers, setting the industry standards. Hawkeye Electronic Security Company, securing what matters most.
Caramed Group, Kirk FP Division, DPH, minimize the symptoms, maximize the relief.
Let's rejoin our team on location. All right, so there you have it. We will be joining our team now. Greetings. This is the preacher.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, Orville. Thank you again to the listeners for sticking and staying with Omega Radio, bringing you live updates here from the National Stadium Boys and Girls Athletics Championships. Orville, in our last update, you asked me about the 100-meter finals and the start time for those events. Well, the 100 meters finals will start at 7:45 p.m. this evening with the girls class 4, and we will go through all classes. The final 100-meter final will be the boys 100 meter at 8:42 p.m. Preceding those races, we will have the semifinals that will start at 4 p.m. So that's the 100 meters. The stadium is filling out nicely. I can see the different colors representing the different schools. The grandstand is filling up as people anticipate the beginning of track activity. There's still a pause on activities right now, but just for an update in terms of the only final to have taken place so far, the Kingston College boys from North Street, Amani Phillips, 7.15 meters in the Class 2 long jump to win the Class 2 long jump, and also finishing in 4th place from Kingston College. There was another athlete, so Kingston College putting points on the board. I have Roniki Walker from Sets in 2nd place in that Class 2 event, and Michael Graham from Excelsior finishing in 3rd place. So Kingston College have put themselves out front, 14 points on the board for Kingston College.
All right, so that's great news. Great news. And of course, what people wanted to know, the heats for the 100 starts a little after 4 o'clock, and the finals go up until 7:45-ish tonight.
Right. Semifinals will begin at 4 p.m. We'll start with the girls class 4, and then we will roll right into the finals beginning at 7:45. The athletes have been doing their stuff. Kingston College leads in the decathlon with 2,250 points. That's the athlete from Kingston College, followed by the athlete from Calabar, who is second, closely behind, 2,200 points on the board. So Champs is warming up nicely. The atmosphere is building up. We're expecting to have a nice bumper crowd in the grandstand at least this evening. The day is getting much cooler, which should be good for the athletes, and we're definitely looking at the times that we will be having in these sprint events.
All right, great preacher, man. Great. We'll talk again in our next report.
Definitely will, but just one quick thing before I go, Orville. We're here at Champs where people are still talking about Jamaica versus St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Makes me wonder which sport is more popular, but I leave it to you and Zidane.
All right, bossy, big up yourself. All right, with that, we take a break. Remember, it's a Wednesday afternoon, so our Yaba selection comes in, and then we come back to the crowd.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and #1 daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, so time now for music, and it's Yaba selection time, right? It's a Wednesday afternoon, so it's Yaba for the second selection, and this time around, it's one with Bagger Case on lead vocals. It's called Love, isn't it? All righty then. So that is Love is Music from Bagger Case. That is our second and final music for the day. Now, you know, from the last few weeks, I've taken on this tendency or this habit to have some 5-minute interviews, snapshots, not for very long. And the one that we want to do this afternoon is somebody that a previous caller mentioned, and that was the name Meron Gordon. Trying to find out what role Meron Gordon have in team selection. Who I can't remember. You know, so I really cannot remember which caller is it. Who was it again, Nick? You don't remember either. Well, you never hear. But one caller was calling and saying that Meron alone can't pick the team. There has to be a group around him, and I really can't remember who the caller was. Anyway, we have Meron Gordon for 5 minutes. He joins us right now. Mr. Meron Gordon, sir, how are you?
I'm blessed, man. How are you doing?
And not too bad, no, boss. Not too bad. We won't have long with you. But
no, you don't.
Right, exactly. But somebody wanted to know, what is your exact role as far as the coaching staff is concerned?
Well, the role is wide, but in terms of a selection or match planning or what? What
no,
you talking about?
Selection, because that was where the caller had an issue.
Oh, so my role is to track all Jamaican-born players.
Jamaican-born players.
Jamaican-born players.
Right.
And recommend them to the coach. You know, some I have stats to recommend. Some is based on past history. Some is based on just our local league and how they are doing.
Yes.
And in the past I've started with people like Cephas, Dixon. Those are the ones I recommended to Coach Hal Gribbs at the time. And into the McLaren era, I brought those over plus others.
Plus others.
And
It's
man.
it's
so
interesting.
Warner Browns.
Also, you
all the
recommended
new ones.
Warner Brown as well.
Yeah, man. Remember, we selected Warner Brown for the local camp in January.
Yes.
And based off his stats, strikers are kind of easier to select because they basically select them off their stats.
Right.
But Warner Brown, with his age, with his pace, his ability to score goals, raw, he's just a kid that needs ability, and we gave him the opportunity in the January camp. Didn't score, but we saw a lot of things that we liked.
Yeah.
How hard he pressed and how hard he worked up front, because modern strikers have to be very good at the defensive end, especially with how we want to play. Want to be in people's face.
All right.
So if the criteria.
All right.
CFAS is another one.
Hold the line, Meron. Hold the line. We have a break. We give you 2 minutes or 3 minutes after. No more than that. As for the callers, line up to re-engage after this 2-3 minutes. More of it.
Residents of Manchester, the Jamaica Customs Agency will be in your parish on Friday, March 28, 2025 from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. for Customs Meets the Community. The Town and Community Tour edition will kickstart this exciting tour in Christiana at 10 a.m. Then navigate into the parish capital, Mandeville, for the grand finale at 2:30 p.m. Get information on all things customs, contactless clearance, the Customs mobile app, incentives for farmers and manufacturers, and so much more. That's Customs Meets the Community, the Town and Community Tour edition in Manchester this Friday, March 28 from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Jamaica Customs, reaching our customers where they are.
Visit Hepburn Glass Supplies Limited at 13 Chisholm Avenue, Kingston 13. With over 10 years experience, we provide customized aluminum windows and doors. We are distributors of float and laminated glass and mirrors. We pride ourselves on precise and accurate cuttings with same-day experience. Call or WhatsApp 876-908-0962 or 876-773-4799. Quality service is our priority.
The 2025 is the Grace Kennedy Boys and Girls. Champs will be as exciting as always with the top boys and girls. Schools challenging for high school track and field supremacy. Join Omega Sports for high-class analysis and commentary as we put you right in the middle of the action from wherever you tune in. Live coverage of the 2025 is the Grace Kennedy Boys and Girls Champs is sponsored by Distinction College. Now registering for new classes on May 3rd. Access to information, right to know, power to change. Quest Security, the best security. Hepburn Glass Supplies. Quality service is our priority. Tax Admin Jamaica, working together to serve you even better. Edge Campaigns, changing lives, 1 gallon at a time. Hawkeye Electronic Security Company, electronic security, securing what matters. Azan Supercenter, the superstore for your home and more. Western Sports, the sports people.
Pyramid Group, Kirk FP Division, DPH, minimize the symptoms, maximize the relief.
And Spectrum Insurance Brokers, setting the industry standard.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and #1 daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, so we're back. Meron, we won't have much time with you. One of the things that the caller was suggesting is that you needed a team, you needed help. He wanted to know if it's you alone help recommend players to the coach, to the coach.
No, without going too deep, every national coach locally is a scout.
Yes.
And so but our league, I watch the league. I have people that I go around with. We have Coach Andrew Peart and I go around sometimes. Coach Vassar Reynolds and I, before he started to coach Shackleton Maroon, we go around sometimes. So we have people, and our league is not hard to watch. And in terms of top players, I think right now, to be honest, it's probably about a handful of players that I think, could get a look in that we have not looked at
All right.
as yet, without calling names.
One
But
last
I
one
think
before. One last one
we're
before.
there.
Right. One last one before Zidane comes in. One of the players that I'd mentioned that you would have recommended to the coaches was not just Dixon but Cephas as well. And I heard you mentioning his name. I want you to clarify that. What impact did you have on the coach? Being aware of what Cephas' abilities
are. So as I said to you, Cephas, I made that recommendation for Cephas. That was all over the internet when Coach Al Grimson said that I single-handedly bring Cephas in. So Cephas came on the Hal Grimson era.
Yeah,
I
think it's speedy them attack, man.
Pardon me?
It's speedy Orville attack, man.
No, man. Cephas again.
No, but Cephas was there before. He was already playing for Jamaica before.
Before Hal Grimson?
No, before this coach.
Yeah, but that's what I want. That's what I want him to tell me. All right. So you would have recommended him to Hal Grimson as well. What about for this coach?
He came in from Hal Grimson time, man. So remember all those players that came in under Hal Grimson,
right,
are the first set of players that a new coach will look at.
Yes.
So he was in that bundle. But my recommendation came from the Hal Grimson era.
No, I'm saying a new coach is in charge now, and you say your duty is to track the Jamaican-based players.
Man, especially the one. All right, my job now, because
or the Jamaican-born players, you said you're thinking.
Jamaican-born players at first, but what we did, because I think our local league is really improving drastically. You see, that's my personal belief. So what I kind of narrow it down to those JPL players right now. Right. Other players outside of the JPL, if we have a shortage in a position, I'll make recommendation to the coach. I say, hey coach, you can look over X, Y, and Z league. Yeah. That person is doing good. But remember, I know my recommendation is not guaranteed.
You mean you pick the team. Yeah, we know that.
Yeah, man, I make a recommendation to the coach, but
it is
to be honest, both Al Grimson and McLaren, they really trust my judgment because up to date, I haven't really recommended a player to them that, fail.
That when them look at him, them said, no, him not have nothing.
No. And I 9 out of 10 times I will go with a young player. Okay. Because I understand what they want. I understand, what young players.
Having recommended Cephas to Hal Grimson, would you have had to re-recommend him or the other players that you would have recommended to Hal Grimson for the new coach? Or once they were there, they would assume that they were good enough?
No, man, it went assumption. Remember, I know this coach coming from Europe will half-hand know the European-based players.
Right.
Yeah. But the local ones that quote-unquote don't have the big names, we'll have to make additional recommendation and say, look over that league, we have that kid, X, Y, and Z. But with what Cephas have to offer, the speed and power that Cephas have, it will be a mad person not to have him in and around a squad unless it's other reasons different from football.
I'm going to leave it here, Meron.
I want to ask one question. It's not me. It's a text I want to know. He's asking, what about Dixon getting more game time? Why is he not getting more playing time?
We can't talk about that now. But Dixon is young. Dixon is growing. Dixon is on a vigorous program in the Charlton Youth program.
Yes.
Dixon, when Dixon went there, they say it was very weak compared to what they are looking for.
Wow.
So if you really look at Dixon a year ago and a Dixon now,
no, you're right.
Different muscle mass.
I was looking at him and I said, wait, him bulk up a little bit.
Yeah, man. So football is not what people just look at out there, And when you have a young, talented player like that, you have to be careful of your blood then because you can destroy them,
Yeah.
I'm not saying sometimes, 5 or 10 more minutes would be good, but the same caller probably would say if we start him and him fail, the same caller might say why you didn't put him on. So I understand football and we understand what we want, we understand what the training is showing, and we understand, how we want to develop and grow these players because, for this World Cup and probably 2 or 3 World Cups to come, we'll be talking about people like Dixon, right?
Yeah, man. Meron, we'll leave it here. 5 minutes, fast and snappy, big up.
Man, respect.
Stay in touch. All right, cool. So what do we do now? We go back online? Hello.
Oh, this man was distracted.
This is David. David, Jesus, peace, David. No, man, David not ready.
Lose him, man. So we don't want you to turn him on and him cussing him bad words. So lose him, make him realize and call back.
David was waiting too long.
Yeah. So in the meantime, 615-2841, that's 615-2841, 676-6968. So I think the caller was referring to the Norman Campbell. He was the one that came back out of nowhere, and it was a discussion point, and then Meran said he was the one that recommended him to this current coach. Yeah, I called him Speedy, but I couldn't remember him real name. Former JC.
What do we do now? Text messages. All right.
Text message.
It's now time for text messages on the sports desk.
Did you all know that Blake was angry with Cephas and wanted him to be subbed, and the coach stuck with him? First may ever see Blake's a vocal. Fuzzy again.
Yeah, Fuzzy. I saw the gesticulating from the goalkeeper on a couple of occasions after Cephas made some mistakes in terms of the decision making. So I can't directly know for sure if that was the case that he was subbing for him to take him out, but I saw it in those instances. So you're onto something.
Me and the man don't see Mr. Garden purpose. Ask why Dixon don't start. This is Fuzzy. Oh.
Well, I asked the question.
Well, all right. Good afternoon, sports. That's what happened to Davian Nugent, and this is from Toughest Portmore. I think Davian will come in at a later stage in the champs. I'm figuring. But like on the first day, I know when we're not doing live broadcast, I think Preacher is the man holding the fort. Zidane, me can't believe you. None of them baller here can play ball like Bibi, Pepe, Walter, Tapper, Andy Williams, and the list goes on. You can't be serious.
Next week should be interesting.
All right.
I remember we're going to focus on the players at them best now. Just picture them in them best, at them best period, at them best time playing.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. What is the status of the Grey Shield? Which teams are making progress, and are there any standout players? Big Sam. I'll tell you something. I know what the status is of the Headley Cup. Not too far. I don't know why I follow in country more than town. I know for the Headley Cup, the 4 teams in the semifinals: Stets, Taki, Manchester. Who's the other one? Stets, Taki, Manchester, and Homewood. Homewood, who kind of disappeared off the radar for a little while, was in the semifinals up to a couple of days ago. So I'm not sure what's happening. That is something that we could track. Well, I want to say tomorrow, but there's no show tomorrow. We're doing champs or Friday. So maybe we have to wait till Monday to figure out that. Good day, Sports family. The best thing Jamaica coach doing in his career is bench Damon. All right. One last one. Or 2 more. Leon is more famous, but Sherika is more popular. Big up Brambles and Zidane. I don't know. Leon is more famous, but Sherika is more popular. The man is bigging me up. I'm not sure whether that is sarcastic or genuine, but I'll leave that. Good day, Sports X. Zidane, me lose off you yesterday, brother. You sounded unprofessional. You can't diss me to answer Orville. Send me. Since lately, you have been very aggressive with your co-host and also callers. You don't like people to disagree with you. Me not respond. Make with us leave. Let's go back to the car. Hello. Hello. David is still not there, man.
Nicholas, just lose him, Nicholas, man, and then he would realize and call back, because again he's not realizing that he should be on.
David.
Yeah, man, yeah, man. Lose him. 676-6968 or 615-2841, because he probably a block somebody else I'm calling as well. So lose him and make somebody else call. 615-2841 or 676-696. We'll take a break. We're coming.
Tate's Pharmacy, Clarendon's super pharmacy, your one-stop solution for all your needs. We've got you covered. From prescription items to household essentials, toys, electronic items, and even an internet cafe. Come fill your prescription and stop at our deli for a scrumptious meal. Visit us at Shop 27 Bargain Village Mall, 35 Main Street, Maple, Clarendon, or call us at 986-2324 or 786-2222. You can WhatsApp your prescription to us at 876-313-8980 for a hassle-free experience. Tate's Pharmacy is a proud sponsor of Clarendon College football team. Thank you for choosing Tate's Pharmacy, Clarendon's super pharmacy.
It's our business to know how much is being spent in what areas, from education to healthcare.
From roads to security, because our taxes help pay for it.
So, the national budget is our business.
The national budget is my business.
It is my business.
The national budget is my business and yours.
The national budget is everybody's business because it impacts every Jamaican. Visit the Ministry of Finance's website at mof.gov.jm for more information.
It's now time for Sports in a Minute, sponsored by Edgechem, Western Sports, Megamart, Spectrum Insurance Brokers, Dangel Auto Spares and Accessories Limited, and Fosrich.
Red Bull have delivered one of the most ruthless driver moves in F1 history after deciding to drop Liam Lawson after just 2 races. The 23-year-old New Zealander will swap places with Japanese driver Yuko Tosanda and return to Red Bull's second team, Racing Bulls, from the next race in Japan in a week's time. The decision was reached by Red Bull bosses, including team principal Christian Horner, at the meeting in Dubai on Monday, insiders have told BBC. And that's your Sports in a Minute.
Sports in a Minute was sponsored by Edgechem, changing lives 1 gallon at a time. Western Sports, the sports people. Megamart, best value by far. Spectrum Insurance Brokers, setting the industry standard. Dangel Auto Spares and Accessories Limited at 20 Balmoral Avenue, Kingston 10, and shop number 10, 1A Chapelton Road. Call 876-929-9146. And Fosrich.
Listen up, Jamaica. At Fosrich, everybody's getting a solar water heater. $20,000 deposit. 6 months to pay. What a deal. Fosrich Financing.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number 1 daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, and we just would like to remind you that the telethon closes on Saturday. I think is the final day. We still haven't approached anywhere near the target that we want to get, but it's not too late. Here's how you can contribute. Cash App is $WOIB 1019. Zelle, the numbers are 954-773-4444. For PayPal, it's visitomegaradio.co. Bank transfers now. Account name is Omega Church Broadcasting Network SA Limited. The NCB account is at number sign 361-400-372. Jane account number 200-00-267-789. VMBS account number 713-520-287. Sagicor account number 550-546-5778. And for those who prefer to call in and donate with debit or credit card, you can call at 954-900-4310. The toll-free number is 877-494-0253. And the Jamaica straight line is 876-613-9129. You can also contact us via WhatsApp at 876-319-1148. Now we can go back online. All right. Hello.
Hello?
David. Yes, David.
Yes, Orville. What about Orville?
Boy, I'm there, you know.
Why that disappoint me, man. We can't believe what did I go on this. One other time I go out of my show, radio, and I think I joke. And I dream.
All right, sir. I don't really want to talk
about it. Okay. Anyway, them look at Joel, man.
Them look at Joel?
Yeah.
Who's Joel?
Oh, Joel, man. We are a representative for the elite panel now.
Oh, the umpire. Yeah, he's been taken off the ICC senior elite panel. Yeah.
Did you watch all our games them leading up to this point?
All of his games? I don't know if I'll be able to watch all of any one umpire game, but I would have seen him in action.
Yeah, but okay. That means you know what all. Anyway.
All of his games in what?
What you do leading up to this decision?
You mean, how many games would he have done?
A lot of games, man.
Yeah, and then you really expect me to see every game that he has done, so I'm not sure what you ask.
Okay. Well, me see.
You say every single one of them game?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, you don't believe me?
How many games did he do? Did he do?
He have about 10 in the period leading up from before the BGT.
Yeah.
So now I'm going to go to Sri Lanka. Orville, listen, can you ever recall an umpire yet? Where one of the leading umpires, like the top man, there, like the Shepherd, the Venkat, the Buckner.
Yeah.
Then careers never call anybody for show at the international level.
Darrell here did call me earlier on patrol.
So, we know film story already, that's why I don't mention him.
Yeah.
I mean, I tell us all I know is who end up doing that. Most of them always get shafted there. Is it a coincidence?
They get shafted? Meaning what?
In the head.
I don't know. Because umpires not really a call people for sure.
They get evaluated and thrown out after a while. That alone. So
when was the last time an international bowler was called for throwing? A long time now?
Long time, yeah, but I ask you if you ever hear of any one of them big name umpires call anyone to show.
No, they may report suspect actions, but nobody now call nobody panic that. That's how they happen.
So you don't think the call of Joel makes you say down Sri Lanka affect it?
Oh, him call a man for true?
Oh, well, you know, follow.
No, me never know that. A win call?
It's Australia brother, the man. Coolie man.
What kind of game this was?
A test match, man, Australia and Sri Lanka recently. That's how the straw will make the camel back.
I'm going to watch the series, you know. But me never remember that incident there.
Yeah, man. Then him report mister, and then clear him after.
Oh, so you're saying that might have something to do with Joel being taken
yes,
out the front?
Because to my knowledge, as a man who knows a thing or two about the business, I don't know of any big name umpire where I have a call them cricketers that will come through so much of them career. Maybe even themselves already have come up against them as an umpire and they never call. So
it's a very interesting thing you put out. The program almost done for today, and you know we're on a program tomorrow and Friday.
Yeah.
But this is something that I could take a look at and we talk about it.
All right,
interesting observation.
Yeah.
Umpire calling man for true within weeks he's no longer part of the ICC. Is there some kind of link between them? You never know.
Yeah.
Never remember that one day at all. All right, leave it here, Dave.
All right.
All right, so we remind you of the number 615-2841 or 6766968. Those are the numbers as we wind down to the home stretch. How the thing look, Nick?
Talk to us there, Nicholas. All right, so let's re-engage us callers. 615-2841. That's 615-2841. I'm wondering how come nobody's talking about the big 100 meters finals tonight across all what do you call them? Age group. When schoolboy football finals is coming up in a month, you hear name of players who would win, what would happen if you're going to the match. I hope Garvey is realizing what is going on with the 100 meters, that it's on a Wednesday, and Orville didn't even remember.
No, I didn't remember it was a Wednesday, to be honest.
Yeah, them changed it a couple of years well now. But when the race come now and still and who win, we will discuss it and how it goes. So, but let's see. And not to show the KC people think it's gonna be close. I talked to one Dyer Kingston College man and he said, listen, him think him like him chances, but him think JC can find a way to pull off, especially if they are not efficient. Him say KC pretty much have to be close to perfection if they want to win a fourth straight championship. While they think Edwin Allen, despite losing their best athlete, they're going to still beat Heidel to be crowned boys and girls champ. But we will watch the performance over tomorrow and Friday and Saturday. We'll be at champs and we now miss it again. And can discuss a lot what happened over there on Monday. But I'm disappointed that the track and field, because a man called yesterday and I said, we don't want to talk track and field and champ start, and we're not hearing from these people. So we'd love to hear from some.
Indeed. So the numbers are 6766968 or 6152841. We have, what is this now? A little over 20 minutes. All right, we go back online. Hello.
Hello.
What's up, Mr.
Hello,
Chateau,
guys.
sir?
Hey guys, how y'all doing? Dangerous inside here.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Cool. What is happening with this discussion with Gavi and Zidane and Bull? I don't think I understand the essence of the conversation and the essence of some of the discussion.
No. All right.
What's this thing about popularity?
All right.
And what
It's fame we're talking about. Famous. Who's more known? So let's get it specific technically what the term is that we want to use. It's who's more known.
So how would you know who is more known based on the metrics I hear that y'all set down? How would you determine that so-and-so is more known than so-and-so based on Instagram following? How that can make sense?
You're saying we must not use any Instagram following.
I'm saying that cannot be an absolute metric.
What do you mean by absolute metric?
Well, for example,
Because nobody has.
Let me look at something. Let me
No,
look
hold
at something simple.
No, you said you use that term. No, because because I want to know what you mean by absolute metric. What does that mean?
I don't think that can be a fair metric to use.
Oh, you don't want to use any at all?
I don't think. I think it's up and down and too inconsistent.
No, man. Give me. If you think it can be used.
I don't think it's a consistent metric to use.
No, so you should not use it at all.
No.
All right, go ahead.
It's too inconsistent.
All right, fine. We don't have a problem with it, but go up. I just want to clarification. Go ahead.
So, for example, I'm quite sure. I've never checked it myself.
Yes.
That if I should go on Instagram or TikTok, that Julie Mangle has more following than Brogard. Simple example. But there's no way I can convince me that Julie Mango is more famous than Brogard or is more known than Brogard. There are some people who know Brogard who have no interest in following. True or false?
Yes. So
that metric, when I dumb down.
No, what I want from you as the caller of the year, the reigning caller of the year, tell us the credible metric that we should utilize to determine who is more.
Outside of polling, outside of going and conducting a poll, and getting respondents to say who they know and who they don't know, I don't think you can use those metrics that you're using to determine who is more famous.
All right, so the discussion done now.
Well,
because
maybe. I think that Orville did the same. Orville was saying that some of the metrics they use, those cannot be used as a way to define who is more famous. No, that don't mean I necessarily agree with Gavi or agree.
No, man, I know what you're saying, man, but I'm saying
I'm just saying
no,
the
man,
reasonings.
No, man, I know you're not agreeing with anybody. I know what you're doing, Dwight, man. But what I'm saying to you is, you're saying we should use a poll, but I'm saying that will never happen. Nobody here,
cool.
Gavi not going to go to Hertfordshire and Crossroad and Downtown and Mandeville Town.
How then? All right, the mayor, you say, all right, who is more famous? Usain Bolt or what's his name?
LeBron James.
Let me for Aston Villa.
Let me tell you why I disagree with you, though, in terms of the social media. And I'm not saying it's the only thing you should use. I'm not saying it's easily the main thing you should use. But I know based on this, you have some things that you know. You'd have to get the numbers. That one of the most famous football club in the world is Real Madrid. We don't need to provide, if you follow sport, I don't need to provide a number for you to agree that. Yes, and you're right. It's right up there as one of the most famous clubs in the world.
How do we know?
No, because
there are reasons why we know.
Yeah,
we know based on the number of fans.
Yeah, yes, and they dominate the Champions League, which is the biggest, and and so on and so on and forth. So if you look at their social media platforms, the numbers also is suggesting that they're one of the most followed clubs. So while even if you don't want to say 50% or 30%, at least you can say 3% do it. You can use social media.
No, but can you use that right across the board for every club?
For every club.
It may work in the case of Real Madrid, but suppose we're supposed to pluck another club out, Arsenal, and somebody says Arsenal more famous than Juventus.
I'm saying even if you don't want to give it up a major number, it must, because remember, a lot of companies now worldwide, they market their product on social media. You know why do I chat? Because they know a lot more human beings now are on social media than ever before. But they don't only use.
Coming back to the same thing, you're agreeing with me that the numbers may change from club to club.
Yes, but I'm saying,
and because of that inconsistency, we can pick out any two clubs and just use their social media number to determine whether or not one is more famous.
So I'm saying, if you want to say we are putting too much premium on it, then I understand it. But I'm saying I'm not going to dismiss it totally. That's the difference we're having right now.
So far in the conversation, I see you put in that those are the only two factors I hear.
No, understand.
Social media and with sport more popular. Those are the only two factors I hear y'all using. That's why I'm saying on the other level. I want to shift to another thing though.
Yes.
Well, Orville.
Yeah, man.
Hold the line. Hold the line, do I chat with you?
Yeah, let's take a break.
Don't move. We'll take a break. We're coming back.
If you need a prescription filled, Gold Line Pharmacy at Main Street, Chapelton, Clarendon guarantees fast service at a great price. You will find gifts, household items, cosmetics, and stationery too. When you are looking for fast, friendly service, visit Gold Line Pharmacy, Main Street, Chapelton, 876-785-0128. We are caring beyond prescriptions. Gold Line Pharmacy, the name you can trust. Serving our clients is our first responsibility.
Residents of Manchester, the Jamaica Customs Agency will be in your parish on Friday, March 28, 2025 from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. for Customs Meets the Community. The Town of the Community Tour edition will kickstart this exciting tour in Christiana at 10 a.m. Then navigate into the parish capital, Mandeville, for the grand finale at 2:30 p.m. Get information on all things customs, contactless clearance, the Customs mobile app, incentives for farmers and manufacturers, and so much more. That's Customs Meets the Community, the Town and Community Tour edition in Manchester this Friday, March 28 from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Jamaica Customs, reaching our customers where they are.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, back with your Dwight chat. We understand that we have two more, so we give
Dwight. Dwight, we give another minute and then we squeeze in someone.
All right, no problem. No problem. I'll just ask my question. The stuff that Diego asked yesterday, I'll deal with that on another call tomorrow. But Orville, I need you to do a little bit of an investigation for me. We're in on a call with Miles Bascom, and he mentioned a couple of things. Miles Bascom is the director of cricket for Cricket West Indies, and he said a couple of things in the conversation. One, he said that funding has been released to the different territorial boards for the under-23 program and an under-16 female program. We want to know what's happening in Jamaica because I've not heard of any sort of under-23 competition or bilateral.
The WICB has released funds for what exactly?
Go again?
Well, you said Miles Bascom said the funds released for?
That Cricket West Indies has released funds to the different territorial board for them to set up a male under 23 program, whether it is a tournament or set up some bilateral series with other territories,
and a female
and
under
also
16.
a female under 16 program.
All right.
So we want to get some word from Mr. Bennett, Dr. Bennett concerning that.
Yeah.
Secondly, and even more significantly, he said the reason why regions like Jamaica don't see a lot more test cricket being played in their territory is because of the bidding process that they have for the selection of venues. So my quick question is it that, and he actually went as far as to say that Jamaica has not submitted a bid for even the last time England was here. So I want to understand why. Why we're not bidding on some of these tours which are coming concerning England in particular, which we know is more financially rewarded than say hosting Afghanistan or South Africa.
All right.
So those are two questions we'd love to get his answer for. Diego, me talk to you tomorrow about the questions that you asked.
No, I think we're going to have Champs full coverage during the sports deck, so off tomorrow and Friday.
It look like
So
it's a next week thing, Diego.
So Monday.
The next week thing, Diego.
Yes, indeed.
All right, respect.
Big up Dangerous in fact.
Yeah, man.
All right. We're going to squeeze two more. Yeah, man. Back on line. Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
Yeah, man. Good day, gentlemen.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, man. Congrats on the good show.
Yes.
Or on the big show.
Yeah.
Now, I want to clarify something I heard earlier in the discussion with Bull. That
who we're talking to?
Villager, sorry.
Villager. All right, wonderful.
Villager, have we heard you before?
Yeah, man. Long time.
But a long time. All right.
Maybe Zidane will remember.
Yes.
As a man with a big memory, you know?
I don't remember you, sir. All right, sir. Good, sir.
I know you would remember me.
No, not that. Go ahead.
Hear me now. Orville brought in the stats about 4.7 billion people
watching the Olympics.
Yeah. And somehow it got diffused into the overall Olympics. But I just want to make it clear because I checked more than one source. 4.7 billion people watch the 100-meter final.
No, boss.
No,
yes, man.
No, sir, not
you check it again. You check it. And Zidane, just think about it. You and Bull was saying 20 million.
No,
20 million worldwide.
Not even the World Cup.
In Jamaica alone, over 1 million people watch that final.
I would even
in Jamaica alone.
Here's a point I want to make, Village.
You understand me?
I'm not saying that they watched it, but I would say
man.
every Jamaican.
I am saying that they watched it.
Hold on,
because those are the figures from.
Hold on, here's the point, and then you make a presentation. I am not saying that all 3 million Jamaicans watch it, but what I can tell you,
saying that.
I believe that every Jamaican over 20 years old would be aware Sir Bolt brought the gold medal. All 2 million away. I would believe all 2 million people in Barbados know once they are adults.
That's the point.
The point is, I don't know that merely watching it is the answer. It's being aware of what happened.
But Villager, we're not talking about Bolt, who is a freak of nature and one of the.
Yeah, man.
Hold on, man. Bolt is one of the greatest sportsmen in the history
of all time. Yeah,
I think he's the greatest. So Bolt is very famous across the globe. I think, and as it was an Italian who won 100 meters in recent years, he would not get the same fame as Usain Bolt did from winning. So, because the argument is about Sherika Jackson versus Usain Bolt, because we all agree that Usain Bolt beating his chest while beating up the world and beating your chest and still running 9.69, my boss, that shocked the world so much that even if you don't know nothing about sprinting, you hear that somebody reports a man run 9.69, broke the world record, beating him chest. They want to be a part of that. So yes, man. So Bolt is massive. So we're not talking about Usain Bolt versus others now, because that is Usain Bolt. We're talking about generally like others, for example, like Sherika Jackson we are talking about. She's nowhere close to Usain Bolt in terms of fame. So we don't want to use Usain Bolt fame because he's a sprinter to say Sherika Jackson is more famous than Lionel Bailey. It wouldn't be fair.
I agree with all of those.
Yeah, because we wouldn't use Lionel Messi. We wouldn't bring up what Lionel Messi did to say Bailey is more famous than Sherika. We wouldn't do that because it wouldn't be fair either. You understand?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
I agree with all of those points, and it's a good discussion to have. Yeah. I was just clarifying the viewership.
No, but I want to call. No, but if
the viewership of the 100-meter final 2008.
I highly doubt it. But
hold on, check when you come back.
If what you're saying is true, because me go by me love the numbers in the boss.
Right.
If four what you say 4.1 billion?
4.7 billion.
If 4.7 billion people watch the 100 meters final in the boss, then no footballer can't talk to no sprinter. Not even Messi.
None of them can talk to Usain Bolt.
I think
not
Usain
Bolt was the factor.
Not Usain Bolt alone.
Bolt was the drawing card for that. For that particular event.
Yes, I hear you, man.
You understand me?
All right.
Quickly before me run, I want to congratulate the minister and everybody else who is responsible for the quick turnaround time in refurbishing the stadium. I'm a everyday listener to this program, and boy, how I hear somebody call them behave, I was sure that no champs not keep. I was sure that Grand Slam now go keep, and you know, we just have a way of shooting ourselves in the foot for different reasons. So I am saying, good job to all the powers that be who made it happen. We enjoying champs now, and Grand Slam will be in a couple weeks' time. And Messi came, and everything was good. So we can do it. And we did it. All right?
Yeah, man. Yeah. Cool. Villager, big up yourself.
Bless up. Bless up.
Man.
Boy, that 4.7 billion for them.
No. That's off.
Wait, check the last one. Hello.
We lost shipping. Call us back shipping port, man. Yeah, man, I know it was him, man. I know him want to come talk about Jamaica and 98 versus. I know I might come final. Because they attack me on my phone first, you know, because them brave, you know, Nicholas. So them say, hey, me come for you, you know. Yeah, man. So 6766968 or 6152841. That's 6152841. Or Southie, you as well, man. Southie, call the program, man. So yes, Southie, there's no two ways about it. We like when you call. We like intelligent people on the radio, my boss. So we like callers like you. So
Indeed.
Yes, so call the program.
All right, so the last 5 minutes of the week. No show tomorrow, no show Friday because of our coverage of champs. So we'll have get some for those of us who will be watching champs. We'll have the time. So there'll be no show. But we squeeze the last one now. Who is this? Hello.
Yeah, man, I feel that.
Oh, shipping port.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, you know, on the football card time kind of
glad we get to it.
Champs.
A champs. Oh, great, man.
Yeah, man, I don't want to touch it, but yes, you know, I'm kind of busy. That's the reason I never called earlier.
Yeah, man. Try you not go to football last night. You must really busy.
No, yeah, you know, me never go. Busy. And
yeah, man.
We give up last night for a day and a week. I gave that up for next day coming up in the week.
Yes.
But we do go on out to that with the champ. But do I Chateau? Me and Chateau say a thing, say you need poll for prove who is more famous or which one is more popular. Brilliant, Dwight. That one is brilliant, you know.
Which one again?
Oh, you're going to know because this Julie Mango person he mentioned, me know the social media, so I don't know them name there. And me must say, me never Jamaican or foreigner. But me must say the person have more followers, whether Facebook or whatever.
While me agree say Instagram following and social media presence don't tell the whole story. I think it tells a little bit more of the story than Dwight.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Because me like him argument, you know. So me I say, yeah, even if you don't want to go 50 or 30.
I made a point though, you know, that merely that you have more Instagram followers than me don't make you more popular than me. But so it's not an index that I think is foolproof, but it can't be ignored completely.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm touching quick before. We look at about a minute or two.
Yeah.
On the champ, I think one of the most interested races going to be I think it's a Class 3 girls 100-meter final.
Yeah, Class 3.
You know yeah.
What about the hurdles?
I think the most, as we say, the most. I think going to be the rivalry between Rihanna Scott, the girl from Edinalyn named Clark, and next Edinalyn girl named who look very good in our heat, Godfrey.
Yeah.
Yeah, me think them three girls. It was the Edinalyn girl won, Clark won the central. Should be the front court girl, Rihanna Scott. Me think Rihanna Scott going to turn the table upon her today. So Rihanna Scott, me think going to turn the table on Clark and Godfrey. Godfrey look good. Maybe Godfrey can step in for the second spot there. But me still have Clark beating her. So it's 1 front court, 2 Edinalyn. That's the girls Class 3. The big one, the Saxman, the Class 1 boys. Cause we know the Class 2 girls have go already. We know Douglas going with the Class 2, the Class 1 Super. What should them say expect Doctor say expect a fast time from Arena. But the Saxman in the 100-meter, me think he must book him to for lose the one day. You know better against him after that.
No. I'm not following closely enough because the man them who follow what they have been doing through the development meets would have been the best person them for the side. But I'll just be watching champs. I'm going home early and I don't ready to comment on who is expected to do what yet. Come on, that discussion will go.
Yeah, you see the early start to mention.
Yes. What I'm interested. Let me just say what I'm interested in though, more than anything else, even more than the individual performances that champs is here, is how the stadium track will affect times, because no less a person than Stephen Francis come out and say the track I got slow because of the synthetic we put under the rubber and all that kind of thing. And man did a cost we have, so we never did a call in Stephen and make national issue out of it. So let's see how the track performs to the extent that track can perform. I'm more interested in
past times.
Well, I'm not ready for comment on it yet. Monday.
Yes.
Right.
For the event, I think.
Yes.
It's the class one
Hurdles.
hurdles.
Yes.
The KC youth named Clark and the next youth.
Yes.
Then the class 4 again, the class 1 400-meter final between the two KC youth, Marquez White and Marcina Rose. But the youth, I'm telling you, like, not to win it, is 16 years of age and running against the big boys. Dude from William Nib that's in that final. He's age 16 and performing well from the Caribbean youth that run good. His first year class 1 could have run class 2 because he's above by a couple months.
Yes.
But next year, I think, because remember when I had Marquez White and Marquina Rose, I have him winning the gold medal next year. Jabari, something like that name. From William Nib.
You have him finishing third.
Than fourth. No worse than fourth.
All right.
16-year-old out of William.
Leave it there, shipping pool.
All right, Mama.
We have to run. All right. The three of us has come to an end. Remember, no show tomorrow, no show Friday because of our champs coverage. Good show today. See you all on Monday.
All right, that is it. So big up to Nicholas Burford. Big up to Mr. Cat Anderson, who was in technical chair. Big up to all the callers who called through. Big up to all the listeners who took the time out to listen to us this afternoon. We appreciate it. As we said, enjoy champs coverage tomorrow because you're going to be up and down and you want to hear the great analysis and the great commentary. David Nugent, Trishana McGowan, and Preacher. Preacher man will be there as well. Yeah, man, Preacher born for this. I joke people, but you have it tonight. So, but join us Monday night in terms of our sports next calling program. We'll discuss everything that happened today, tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday in sports, and we'll come back Monday with more riveting discussion. Until then, have yourselves a wonderful
That's the Sports Desk for today. Remember to tune in and participate on the Sports Desk Mondays through to Fridays 1 to 4 p.m.
For financial news and the latest developments in the business community and economy, Financially Speaking is the top choice. Join me, your host Errol Gregory, Mondays and Wednesdays at 12:30 p.m. as we look at current economic issues, provide small business tips, and help you to build your business and portfolio. That's Financially Speaking, sponsored by Jamaica Stock Exchange, JSE Online Trading.
The 2025 is the Grace Kennedy Boys and Girls. Champs will be as exciting as always with the top boys and girls. Schools challenging for high school track and field supremacy. Join Omega Sports for high-class analysis and commentary as we put you right in the middle of the action from wherever you tune in. Live coverage of the 2025 is the Grace Kennedy Boys and Girls Champs is sponsored by Distinction College. Now registering for new classes on May 3rd. Access to information, right to know, power to change. Quest Security, the best security. Hepburn Glass Supplies. Quality service is our priority. Tax Admin Jamaica, working together to serve you even better. Edge campaigns, changing lives, 1 gallon at a time. Hawkeye Electronic Security Company, electronic security, securing what matters. Azan Supercenter, the superstore for your home and more. Western Sports, the sports people.
Pyramid Group, Kirk FP Division, DPH, minimize the symptoms, maximize the relief.
And Spectrum Insurance Brokers, setting the industry standard.
For financial news and the latest developments in the business community and economy, Financially Speaking is the top choice. Join me, your host Errol Gregory, Mondays and Wednesdays at 12:30 p.m. as we look at current economic issues, provide small business tips, and help you to build your business and portfolio. That's Financially Speaking, sponsored by Jamaica Stock Exchange, JSE Online Trading.
Live coverage of the 2025 Issa Grace Kennedy Boys and Girls Champs is sponsored by Distinction College, now registering for new classes on May 3. Access to information, right to know, power to change. Quest Security, the best security. Hepburn Glass Supplies, quality service is our priority. Tax Administration Jamaica, working together to serve you even better. Edgecombe Paints, saving lives 1 gallon at a time. Azan Super Center, your superstore for your home and more. Western Sports, the sports people. Spectrum Insurance Brokers, setting the industry standards. Hawkeye Electronic Security Company, securing what matters most.
Caramed Group, Kirk FP Division, DPH, minimize the symptoms, maximize the relief.
Let's rejoin our team on location.
Number 2 of the Grace Kennedy Boys and Girls Athletics Championship 2025. Right here, we're live from the National Stadium for the coverage. Already on the track is the heat, the semifinals for the 100 meters. And remember, only 2 will go through to the final, and the next 2 best times from each heat. So you're not missing much as yet. It's just heat number 1 in the Class 4 girls. I'm Trishana McGowan, and back with me, Damian Hilton. Hi, Damian.
Hi, Trishana, making me feel as good as I felt last evening.
That is good.
Your presence makes the difference, I tell you. Unfortunately, on the track, we have Adriana Rice from Edinburgh, one of the youngsters who was expected to actually do well.
Yeah, I factored her all being well, because you know how it is. Come down to the championship, she would have been on the podium. I also had her between the gold and the silver medal. But here she is going down. Hopefully she will have a speedy recovery. And it likely could have been a cramp as well. For those who are wondering, we can't assess or know exactly what is the injury. But hopefully nothing major. We'd love to see her back if it is possible for the